Here we go, here we go. I still have my bright and early morning voice, so I still got a little rasp in my voice, y'all. There we go. Let me correct this. Let's see, settings? No, we're doing this. And we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go here. And we're gonna say that. Okay, you guys, Grand Rising. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for being here. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't really know. I put my do not disturb on because you know when the people call, this goes away. Right on. Thanks for coming through. Black Girl Makes. Thanks for being here this morning. Grand Rising, Remy. Grand Rising, Sylvia. Grand Rising. Peace Loves SOS. Peace. Right on. Hillary, Karen, Ford, Amaya. Thanks for coming in, you guys. Gabby, Tay. Grand Rising, y'all. Grand Rising. Was that a toddy vision in the back? I don't know. Shanice, Grand Rising. Thanks for coming through. Sylvia again, Grand Rising. Listen, you guys, we're doing our Angel. Thanks for coming through. Grand Rising. Mellows Noir, thanks for coming through. Grand Rising. Yes, you guys, the VanCarthens aren't stopping, won't stop, and it's 2026. And hey, they're doing what it do when it did. Okay? Doing what it do when it did. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So you know what we're going to do this morning? We're going to do a couple of things. We're going to listen to the DC Nick interview. We're going to look at Nick's DJing last night that he did. He did hit the ground running in 2026 in Canada. He was up there in good old Canada on the ones and twos. Okay, he was on the ones and twos in Canada with Quan. Hit the Quan. Hit the Quan. Okay, we love them together. They are home again, jiggity jig. Man, let me tell you. So we're going to do that. And then, of course, our girl Olandria, the woman of the hour, the it girl of the season. Wikipedia said so, y'all. So don't come talking to me about nothing. Wikipedia said it. She's the it girl, okay? The it girl of the season popped out and showed somebody at the Golden Globes. Actually, she popped out and showed everybody. Okay, we don't put the V in every. When you say everybody, that's who she shows, everybody. That's to the people in the back. She popped out and showed everybody at the Golden Globes what it's like to be the it girl of the season. Okay, and then she wore the Nigerian designer's dress here. Looks like she's in the Garden of Eden. What is she? Eve? Lilith? Who knows? It looks like she is the mitochondrial DNA that her melanin has tied her to. You know what I'm saying? Yes. We're going to get to hear Nick's new line. So yeah, as a result of the DC Nick interview, 404 has a new name, you guys. We were calling Sierra 404 because when you have an error message, it's a 404 message, right? And she was doing lots of erroneous shit, okay? She was moving very erroneously, acting like she didn't lie on Nick and say what she said. And then she tried to act like the mean black lady stole something from her. Bitch, go sit down. You got sent home for using the Asian slurs as adjectives, bitch. And then you're going to try to say that Olandria took something that wasn't yours. You the one that came to the place talking about you came to get Nick. But you can't take what's not for you. What's for you is for you. There's not no spitting in your hand or mountain that can be done. I hope you ladies in the back, all you young vixens, have learned your lessons, that you can become a trial and a tribulation for a man. That's Sierra's new name, you guys. We're going to hear how he uses it. You can become a trial and a tribulation for a new man. You have to go through trials and tribulations to get to the prize at the bottom of the cereal box, he said. Okay? So she went from 404 to TNT. But TNT does sound powerfully explosive. 404 sounds like, you know, some malware. You might need to take it to Geek Squad. TNT sounds like, hey, it could be damaging. He said it though. And then remember during the Aqua de Kafir thing, back in October, he was letting us know that he was trying to, he had went through some trials and tribulations. He let us know back in our October at the Agua de Kafir party, and they passed the photo booth. And remember, I showed you guys a Snapchat of a picture of a photo booth. And let's see. They want to see me. There I am. They said they wanted to see a sister this morning. You know how they do. They're like, oh, you're not engaging. I'm like, I'm right here, bitch. I'm using your feature, the green screen. So we must have some freaking bots in here. Because the other day I did my live. I was on live for 7 motherfucking hours the other day. And I used my back screen the whole time and didn't get hit one time. But I didn't say 404 either. So I don't know what that's about. I just got a warning on here that I was away, but you guys can hear my voice, and I'm using the feature inside TikTok. TikTok is a dum-dum. They used to have a song in the 70s called, yeah, I can't even say it. I'll get canceled. There. So you guys still can't even freaking see me. I'm right here, TikTok. Stupid bitch. TikTok is a stupid bitch. That's what happened. TikTok is a dumb hoe. There. You happy, dumb hoe? Make me come on camera and I don't even... Why do I have to be on here? I see people do lives the whole time and they only have words on their shit. Now I'm getting warnings because it's static images. You know what? You're not changing nothing. Look, I already did my affirmations today. The monks on their way to DC, I've been using their mindful trick. And the mindful trick, and I'm going to reclaim my peace right now, because that did try to get me out of my peaceful place. My mindful trick is, I write down in the morning. I should show you. The monks told me to do it. Write down in the morning. Today is my most peaceful day. Nobody can take it from me. Nothing can take it from me. And then you write it, and then you read it in silence 6 times, and then you repeat it out loud and read it out loud 6 times. And then you go start your day. And so yesterday was one of the first days that I did it, and it got tested. And then that news of what happened in Minneapolis came up, right? And I was like, ooh, that's a big test. Because you guys saw my other TikTok. I was crying about Sesame Street closing. And, but with the thing in Minneapolis, I was very sad about it, but I did not allow it to draw me out of my peace to the point where I'm like, yeah, in my mind about what's happening in Minneapolis, because I can't control that. And I can't control what happened in Sesame Street either. However, I did grow up with Sesame Street. I didn't grow up with Minneapolis. So I think that's why I had tears for one thing, and I chose to keep my emotions in check on the Minneapolis thing. Because also, it's horrible what happened to that lady. And also, it happened in Chicago, and it's happened in other places where these so-called agents, I'm doing quotes because I'm like, did they even go through training? They got hired pretty fast. I'm not sure what kind of training you have when you firing on ladies in the face because you told them to move and they followed your instruction. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on. I don't know. But yeah. So this morning I did my thing. And then that one little warning, I was just going off on TikTok because fuck TikTok's algorithm. It's racist and biased. I already know. And then they let harmful stuff through and keep the good stuff out. So I should actually be glad that TikTok messes with me, because it shows that I'm a good person. It shows that my energy is good, that my vibration is high, because the stuff that TikTok lets go on over here unchecked, I should be glad that the algorithm is trying to keep me a nice human. See how I just turned all that around and made it okay? So back to the basics. So we're going to listen to the DC interview where he calls Sierra her new nickname, Unlocked. You know, when you play video games, there's new levels unlocked and shit. Yeah, you fuck around over here in VanCarthens, you'll get a new name unlocked. And I know it's early in the morning, but I want this on this because I just feel like it's so dry and it's early. And look, I still have my nightgown on, but look, I'm old school. A red lip and have it on all day. Boss, you're here. Really, boss? What's good? You were on a lot of lives yesterday. I saw you in here. I saw you in the lives, girl. What's happening?
Did you see the? I can't stay for long, but did you see the week 1 photo?
Week 1. Oh, yes, yes, and I have it, and we're gonna put it up. And can you believe?
I'm like, oh, if you go to my page, I have a.
Wait. Love Island Mama. What did Pearl say that she got blocked? Did I make Love Island?
She said Nick said the N word because you know that's going around the AI.
Oh yeah, block that bitch. We're off that shit. Yeah, we're off that shit.
I won't be able to. If you're still on, I'll come back up later. But I made a video, my first kind of edit on my page.
You did?
I wasn't shocked. Yeah, about week 1, so people can.
Okay. I'll totally share it when I get off here. I'll share it on my story.
But I was like, when I seen that photo, and then when she put on Come Here Cream 1 week, I know people was filming. Because I'm like, Peacock, what did you do?
What did you do?
Like, we know y'all was influencing people, but like, week 1?
This is the photo they're talking about. I'm showing, we're simulcasting on YouTube again. Let me see, did I send that picture? I hope I did. Add a background. Plus, I hope I did. Maybe, sometime. Oh, here it is. Bam. Week 1, you guys. As it turned out.
They need to give us a story time.
Yes, boss, what do you think about my theory? What do you think about my theory, boss? That they could have a whole additional season. They could have 32 episodes of what we didn't see. And everybody would watch all over again.
I know they would, but Peacock ain't gonna release. You know Peacock ain't gonna release their own footage. Because they didn't want them to win.
Yeah, but they were talking about that. That was a great conversation on Shaday's channel yesterday. And Desi was up there, and Shaday, and Vibe, and I think Gigi and even finally made it up there. But some of our faves were up there pontificating about the powers that be having a fix in on and having rigged it to try to have set up a Latino person, Latina, to win because of the climate that was happening in America at the time with the whole, the ice stuff and stuff. And that they were either trying to do Yulissa on purpose, knowing that she did the end thing, or that, and then when Sierra came, that they were going to use her no matter what, even though she's a white identifying Latina. They were just trying to get and then they threw in Amaya, who ultimately was the Latina that won. I don't know. The way they explained it last night, I was like, you guys might be on to something.
I came up here to say.
Creative! Oh my God. You got your blurring stuff and it looked great on you.
Thank you. I've been loving it. I really have. It's like super easy to use too.
And you don't need a lot anyway. You already have great skin and flawless cheekbones. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I definitely feel a lot more confident with it. But yeah, y'all, do y'all think, okay, tell me if I'm crazy. I think that they played so badly that if they were to show us the footage, they would have a lawsuit on their hands. Before I was like, maybe they're just not showing it because there's nothing really to show,
right?
Or like they felt like it was boring or something. But now seeing that, I'm like, I think that they just don't want to open themselves up for a lawsuit because, like you're saying, it's a game show for money. So they're only allowed to influence up to a certain point.
Right.
And Nick and Ola came in second place. Why? Because a lot of people, a good chunk of people, doubted the connection. They
Exactly.
felt like, I can't believe it because it's too quick. It looks contrived, which is because a direct result of their edit. And then the fact of all the harassment that they got, the fake couple allegations or whatever, and harassment just behind that, like could also be attributed to them doing this funky little ghost edit.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So yeah, I don't think we'll ever see anything from Peacock because they know we would pay, right? Like if they were like, hey guys, $19.99, like Nicolandrians, $19.99, we'll give you all the Nicolandria that you didn't get to see on the show.
For real.
Like, here, take my money.
Right? We would gladly
take one person's money and someone's gonna record it all and put it out everywhere.
Yeah, right. Hey,
we would pay though, because like of all the fan bases, we pay for stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like, yeah, like
we fan correctly. That's what you're saying. We fan correctly.
Exactly. So why wouldn't they release it and like make a bag off? You know what I mean? Like the only reason for them not to is because like,
liability
opens them up to some legal liability.
I agree. That's actually a great, especially because, okay, so we got this picture from week 1. As it turned out, so Olandria did a photo dump, you guys. Those who don't know on YouTube or TikTok, Olandria dumped some photos. She dumped about 10 photos on her Instagram. 20 photos in her Instagram. And one of them was this photo that you guys are currently looking at. And somebody went back and they were like, well, when was this? And she said, this was week 1, y'all. Week 1. So how do you, as a true Nicolandrian, a true VanCarthen, because I was a Shalandrian before I was a Nicolandrian. I would have been more of a Nicolandrian earlier had I seen this interaction. But I'm thinking she only had eyes for Taylor, and that Taylor had some eyes that were on his head. But I'm thinking that she only had eyes for Taylor. But had I seen this interaction, I would have warmed up to the idea that maybe he doesn't want to be with Sierra. Maybe he doesn't want to be with Bella. Maybe Landria is a viable option for this fine piece of man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Charlie says, look at the bottom left photo. If you were to zoom in on that and concentrate on Alandria's hand placement.
On his knee?
No, bottom left.
Oh, where they're doing the heart?
Yep. Her other hand.
Oh, is that his crotch?
It is.
Ooh.
It is. Charlie pointed out last night that she is resting her hand quite comfortably, actually, if you were to zoom in and kind of, if you look at like her body.
Look, my mouth is open. I'm like, I'm like trying to see it. That's the way I squint. I don't go like this. I go. I'm gonna have to look at that on my other computer and blow it. I'm gonna have to expand that. They're talking about where the words are, you guys. That does look like it could. That does kind of look awkwardly placed. Is it AI? Did she grow a new hand? Like, why is that hand there, Ola?
It's because she was very comfortable with him on week 1. Looks like she's kind of touchy-feely, doesn't it?
Oh, my God. And I really like how he's kissing her cheek. Like, oh, my God, I get to kiss this cheek. Oh, my God, she's letting me kiss this cheek. That's kind of what that looks like to me. And then he's just holding her so nice and gentle. Like, don't break her because she's so tiny.
Before I drop, I'll tell you this. If anybody is going to any Greek fest or if they're going to any of his DJ sets, we need to tell them they need to do a sub only and explain this picture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they haven't watched back the show. So when we looking at this, they're going to be looking at all these reviews because, you know, they be going on burners. They're probably like, these people are going crazy because they ain't never seen this photo.
Yeah, they think we saw this.
She must, right? She must think we saw this.
Yeah.
Boss, are you the one that did the edit where it says, look at them just sitting there like they weren't just taking this photo? Somebody did that.
No, I didn't do that edit.
Somebody went and found the clip of her in this bikini and him in these shorts and them all at the kitchen area just chilling, but this had to have been that afternoon or day or
Yeah,
something.
I rewatched episode 6 last night.
Is that this
Just to
episode?
Yep. Yep. Episode 6, minute 23, I think.
Well, I'm going to go to the comments. Have a good day, guys.
Okay,
Bye,
boss. Thanks for
boss.
coming with your good
Have a great
information.
day.
And everybody go check her out. She did some good edits. And we need to go support her. She be coming through with the information, and she's trying her hand on these edits. So make sure you go through and support. Okay, because there's enough to go around. There's enough. Okay, so we're starting kind of early with this picture. I wasn't even going to mention this yet, but I'm glad she did because
no, I'm sure it'll come around for you again. I have some like actual work I got to do today, so I'll be in the comments, but not up on the panel.
not of you'll be in the world, but not of it today. I understand.
Exactly. Trying to do right,
Yeah, definitely.
But I wanted to tell you, yeah. So if you watch episode 20, episode 6, at minute 23 is where you can start from. I suffered through from the beginning because I was like, I want all the context, but it's a lot of like Alan, it's a lot of Huda. There's a very little shady conversation between Alan and Huda where it's like, oh yeah, no, they clearly did like each other, and she was basically like, so make a move, and he was scared.
Really? Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go rewatch.
Yeah, you got to rewatch their conversations. A lot of
because I had started on episode 12 is when I got introduced to the show, so I had went and back watched, and I don't usually back watch.
Curves. You need to do that on the live. First of all, watch from 1.
Yeah.
From the breast milk. That's what you need. Yes.
I mean, I did go back, but I was rushing through to try to catch up. You know what I mean?
I see.
So, because I wasn't like really like sitting there the whole time, but especially like on the episode 6 and 7 when she was cussing the people out and stuff, I was like,
yeah, honestly, I did not notice this conversation. I've watched through more times than I want to admit to on the internet. But yeah, so yeah, this was the first time, I guess, just focusing in on this episode where I was like really watching the screen.
Yeah.
Like,
thanks, Erin.
Yeah. So it's a conversation with Alan and Houdini and some other stuff like you won't care about. But at minute 23 and some change, you'll see like Charlie and Hannah on the screen. It's like their first outside of the challenge kiss, I think.
Yeah.
And so they're sitting on the bench, like across the way. And then, yeah, like you said, the group of people, which includes Nick, Ola, Sierra, Shelly, and I'm not sure who else, but they're all bunched up in a group. So you can't really see Ola as well at first, but they're kind of like making breakfast and they're watching Charlie and Hannah.
Okay.
Kind of catcalling them and stuff. But then, yeah, they are both standing there and in those exact bathing suits. So this happened that day.
Yeah.
And prior, it's like this. So the breakfast scene happens where we see them clearly in these 2 bathing suits. And then
because we didn't see this swimsuit a lot. This swimsuit, I don't remember this particular swimsuit a lot. The Tigers.
Yeah. And on a day where he's wearing blue polka dot shorts. Yeah. So his shorts are like blue and white polka dot. And so they both end up separately after the little breakfast huddle where we see them in those suits. Both go to Sierra or to 404 and 3 Dreads, respectively, to their respective people at the time. And they're both having these like really awkward little conversations with them. This is where Ola starts to press Taylor, like, so where do you see this going? Like, how are you feeling in this?
Because so maybe
after you're not acting attracted to me physically, like why are we not moving forward with the physical stuff? And then I forget what Nick and Sierra's conversation was, but it was equally like it was a little awkward and tight or whatever. And then so the theory is that either right before they have those conversations or after those conversations is when these photos were taken, because then I believe they have yet another, costume change after that.
Yeah.
And then they're in totally different bathing suits. So it's got to be like within a few hours of those conversations with 404 and 3 Dreads. You gotta watch the episode again. So
I will definitely check that one out because I Yeah, I totally missed that. I'm sure I missed it. I'm sure.
Yeah, Bella was in that little huddle of people, Aaron. Yeah, at the breakfast thing. Yep.
Now I
Yep.
saw Bella and Charlie and Chris and Coco out on a little double date action, and Chris had his arm around Coco's waist, and Bella and Charlie were very close. Now I don't know if these people are close just because like they're like, oh my god, these are my best friends ever in life, but they were looking like, you know, you don't just go around putting your arm on the waist of a random friend like that, you know what I mean? That's not your first inclination.
Right.
So that, but they look so good together.
Were they filming for?
Yeah, it's all for behind. It's all for behind the scenes, but beyond the villa stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
thank you so much, you guys. Dang, y'all be so slick with it. I don't be noticing. And thank you so much.
Yes, definitely. They were like on it. You always come up and add so much creative, so of course they're gonna gift you.
You guys let me like get out my delusions, which my husband is really, really sick of hearing.
Right?
Thank you for contributing to my marriage.
Oh my God, creative. So I'm married too, right? And at first, husband was like, "Oh, this is cute," but now he's like, "This is a whole new year, bitch." Like, I'm like, I don't know how much longer this is gonna last. I don't know, but look, I appease him with, at least I got off Housewives.
Exactly. I'm like, I could be doing crack. You know what I'm saying? I could be out here doing a lot of stuff.
A lot of different things, husband. A lot of different things.
In the bed beside you.
Beside you.
Like a crazy person at my phone, you know?
Yeah, like I fall asleep with my phone in my hand and have to get tapped on my shoulder for my wifely duties. But I'm here, baby. I'm here.
The rant he had to listen to yesterday, I was like, I gotta get on a live and just like be amongst my people, because I was like storming around the room when I saw this picture, just going, week 1.
Yes, week 1. Week 1, you guys.
Like they played. And they let us get called delusional and crazy for months.
You know what? And now also, hey, I don't know who the fuck is in charge, but when Alan did the thing, we could have had this picture drop and been like, this was week 1.
Exactly. And this is honestly, too, why I need Nick and Ola to go ahead and sit down and do that Twitch stream of them watching the show. Like, go ahead and make your bag, since it's going to be emotionally painful for you. Like, please make your money.
Right.
But we need you to watch, because Ola did not know that we had not seen this. Like, they didn't realize how bad of a ghost edit they got.
Horrible.
And that's why, like,
horrible.
A lot of the vitriol comes from, is because it seems like it came out of thin air to people who, you know, don't have discernment and, you know.
Well, you know what happened is, I kind of feel like the phenomenon that happened here in America is particularly because we were the only ones that could vote, was Americans. And we had just came off the heels of our presidential election, where the guy who was 45 is 47. And people felt like their votes weren't counted or that they didn't matter, right? Here in America. So then you get this show, and it's innocent enough, but then we get to vote. And we get to see our votes in real time. Like as soon as you click, you're like, oh, look, I mattered. Oh, look, that's my number. Look, I just made a difference. I just made it go more this way or more this way. And so it did something to that part of us that felt like the actual voting for politics was affected. So now we kind of get like this, like, it's not like reparations, but it's kind of like we get to repair that. But kind of, right? But on a different platform, but the same mechanism of voting. Right?
Yes, because all this success is purely all the black women raising up and being as one and being like, heck no.
Exactly. And we did that.
One of us.
And we did that in a way that we were talking to each other as black women. We were talking to the world as black women. We were mattering in real time as black women. We were like, not to motherfucking day Satan. And we got to see it work this time. You know what I mean? So I feel like that helped the parasocialism happen. because we were already had a sore and a wound that was unhealed from our actual political system.
Exactly. And being able to affect something like this and protect just one woman from what we all, have gone through and can relate to. Is like
it's like Kamala couldn't get behind everybody. And but with Ola, we were all like, get behind us, Ola.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. So the other thing I want to tell you is, while we're speaking of edits, so you got Boss Miss Riches to watch.
Yes.
Have you seen Desi Overzealous's Trials and Tribulations edits?
No, I didn't see the Trial and Tribulation edits. She must have got through.
There are 2 of them, and if you do nothing else today, don't walk over to Desi's page. And she dropped 2 edits. I believe they're both titled Trials and Tribulations. I don't even want to spoil it for you. Just do it. Just trust me. I'm sure you'll play some later or whatever. I know you pace things very well. So I'm not trying to rush you. Like I said, I just got to get off and do some real work. So I'm
no worries. You're doing the Lord's work now, though. So
yeah, thank y'all. Because y'all my people. Yes, watch the videos and then get in the comments.
Yeah, let's go engage with Desi. Because she's shadow banned, too. Desi has been shadow banned. She hasn't been coming up. So, yeah, definitely go.
Do you have trouble seeing her stuff?
Yeah, she's been shadow banned on mine. Like, I have to go find her. She used to come up, and now I have to go find her. And I noticed her hearts are not as many as they used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. No, dude. I don't know what it is, like why they won't just like leave her alone. But yes, you all have to watch the I don't know if they're the last 2, but they both say Trials and Tribulations on them. And you will thank me later. Yeah. Yeah,
well, we're about to I'm gonna queue up the actual interview where because I haven't watched it. I was watching it with my Curvies and VanCarthens. So we're going to watch it right now. Him call her Trials and Tribulations. And and then I swear she did I could swear, I'm like, did you just drop this, Sierra? Because she dropped something yesterday after the Trials and Tribulations popped up. And so I don't know if it was like in time or after and it just happened to come up after. I don't know. So
she is so blocked on my end that I literally never see anything, and I kind of want to keep it that way just for my mental health. She's always talking about her mental health being affected by her.
Oh my God! You know who else had the nerve to? Damn Ace said that we can't ask him about. Let me tell you guys this real quick because I know you don't give a fuck. But let me just tell you the lunacy. So he got off the Love Island show where people said, you met Shelly before. And he's like, no, I didn't. And then they have the screenshots of them all in this thing together. As it turns out, Ace was hosting dating shows on TikTok before he went to the island, where he would like have a guy come up and then he would have girls come up and the guy had a blindfold on and it was like questions like just like the dating game. And Shelly allegedly was one of those contestants before the show.
I think I saw that.
Right? So
I did
now
not realize it was a dating show.
It's a full-on fucking dating show. What did Alan host the other day? Today is fucking Thursday, you guys. On Tuesday, what was Alan doing on his TikTok? Hosting another dating show with a guy that kind of looked similar to him. And then the women were coming up and he was trying to get the women to talk to the man. And they got 3 minutes to tell him why he should choose them and all kind of stuff. And then and then he would drop the women. He was laughing. He was very bossy. Anybody asked him about Shelly, he was dropping them. You better don't ask me stupid questions kind of thing. And then last night he went live again. And he's like, okay, so all the money we earn over the next 3 days when we do challenges, I want to use towards the dance people from Pakistan coming to America to visit me. So he went live and people were asking him about Shelly again. And so one of the daters had came up and they were
Pakistan on a travel ban to the U.S.
I don't. That was my first question. I was like, well, can they even come over here, Ace? That was my literal first question in my head was, can they even come? But he's trying to raise right. He's trying to raise money for these people who might not be able to go anywhere to come here.
He's still scamming,
right? So then he's all, Oh, don't ask me any stupid questions. And people were spamming this chat with Shelly. Where's Shelly? Shelly. Because he was kicking people off on Tuesday for asking about Shelly. So in the middle of that last night, he's like, I got something for you guys asking dumb questions. You want to ask questions like this? Then you got to pay $9.99. And he put it to sub only thing. And he's like, fine, now you can ask me stuff. You can ask me all the questions you want and I'll answer them if you pay me this $9.99. And I was like, bruh, weren't you sitting over on every interview you could get on talking about it's not about the money, and some people just trying to make it about the money, like you were above taking people's pennies and shit, and now you're like $9.99 to insult me. I was like, I kind of felt sorry for him, but not a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I was just like, so I go check so you guys don't have to, is the moral of the story.
Thank you. I'm like, girl, this is all news to me. I'm sitting here with my mouth open. I'm glad my camera isn't on. So I'm like, what?
Yes.
Yeah. See, you're my news source for things over
He
on
literally
that side.
did that. Literally.
Oh my God. That's worrisome.
It's kind of worrisome, right?
He needs
I'm like,
to talk to the lady.
he needs to talk to somebody with a fully developed hypothalamus fucking gland, because he's not making the best decisions.
Yeah.
And then he's talking about his mental health. Last week, he was like, after he broke up, when he finally went live, he's like, yeah, this year, I'm not going to do anything. You guys aren't going to know nothing. I'm keeping it all private. Whoever I'm with, I'm keeping it private because of my mental health. You guys, he said, you guys are messing with my mental health, and that's just nothing to be played with, and my family be played with. And I'm like, didn't you cause these two people to have their mental health and their family played with, sir? Sir.
That part. There's a lot, like 85% of this is of your own making. Like
85, the calls inside the house, fool.
It really, really is, boo. Because you could have absolutely just went and found you a good therapist upon coming out. Got some perspective.
And I thought kind of with his, remember he went radio silent for almost a month.
Right.
He went radio fucking silent for almost a month, and I was sure he was getting his head together, getting, shored up on straight. No, he was sitting there seething, thinking about the lies to tell the people.
Doing.
Yes.
Cooking up something good.
Yes.
Because he was mad.
Mad.
Come out to cheers and chalet.
Mad. And this is what he saw this shit week one. He knew this energy was happening in there week one, and he sat his ass on Speedy's couch and was like, I don't believe it.
Yeah. After all the stuff he said, he's another one that needs to watch, because he don't remember the stuff he said.
Priscilla says the Pakistanis can fly to the U.S. Okay, well, I'm sure that'll make Ace happy, because they were doing their challenges last night, raising money for the dancers to come.
Really? I thought that the current administration had placed a...
Oh, look, Kanisha's here. Oh, look, we have a live one, you guys. Before you get blocked, bitch, I'm going to read your question. Why do a lot of older black women like this couple? You guys don't have your own husbands? Actually, I do have my very own black-ass husband who loves me and anything I choose to engage in. What about you, Crayon? What do you have? Right. What do you have, Crayon, that you over here in my motherfucking chat worrying about what the fuck I have going on in my house? Look, I got a ring on mine. Where's your ring, bitch? What do you have that you worried about what I have? Because I know you're not worried because of a love in your heart for me. You're worried because you're a dumbass bitch and a hater. That's why you think you burn me with that question? You think that's an insult to a bona fide wife of 20 years, bitch? That I can have other business going on that you think, what? What?
Hey, 20 years.
What? You look, and you just got blocked because you're a dumb bitch. Okay? Thank you, Charlie. Thanks, Gigi.
It's because a lot of us are happily married in really healthy, happy relationships. So we can recognize what it looks like when two people have a spark that is really real, because we are ourselves in the result of those kinds of meetings.
Yes. I've been yearned for by my husband. I've been in a room with my husband before he was my husband, on the other side of the room. And people are like, oh, he's here for you, right? Because they could just tell from the energy coming off him. We could be separate but together. So I understand what I'm seeing when I see this. I witnessed a love story, bitch. And if you've never had a love in your life that you could witness and recognize when you see love unfolding before your eyes, then I don't feel sorry for you. And I'm not the one to give you a hug. You just need to go someplace else with it because I don't have time today, bitch.
Yeah, you need to sit with yourself and ask yourself why that is.
Why is that? Why can't you attract what it is? Why? That means something's in you that didn't attract that. Something in me that attracted it. But there's something in you. It's probably these dumbass questions that you come asking other people. They're crazy.
It might be a bit of an attitude issue.
Yeah.
You know, good guys who are, you know, yearners and, you know, yep, I knew instantly, like, you know, my husband knew instantly. We're married now 7 years.
Congratulations. You know what I got mine for the 7th year? I got him a huge, I'm a jokester. I got him the biggest tube of anti-itch cream I could find.
Oh my
And
God.
that's all I got him. And I was like, happy anniversary. And it said maximum itch control. And he was like, what's this for? Yeah. And I was like, the 7-year itch, fool. I was like, this is for your 7-year itch if you got one. It was hilarious.
That is hysterical.
Hilarious. We cracked up and drank wine all night. It was hilarious.
That is hysterical. I'm doing that. That is hysterical. But yeah, and it's funny. She can do that because I can 100% guarantee that it was not even a question that he would. That's what made it funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like for a lot of y'all, you know, you've been with someone 7 months and that's a question.
Right.
They've already lost interest and got a wandering eye. And I get like that can be painful. Been there. But
Been there.
You know, came on.
Hated it.
That. You know what I'm saying?
Hated it.
Come out of darkness.
But I've seen the light now and I'm not going back. I'm not going back because love is the answer. And if anybody who is hating on love being the answer, then you're a bona fide demon that I don't want no parts in. Go back to hell with yourself, okay?
That part. Yeah.
Because what's the real problem of these people experiencing love? And what the fuck does it have to be with the older black women love these people? That's because we love, bitch. What? People are weird. People are weird.
Yeah, they're just miserable and like, you know, misery loves company. But I just wish they would there's lots of other miserable people that you could go, you know, y'all can have your own little
Mika says, can I see your comment, Mika? Hi, Mika. Wait, I see your good morning, Grand Rising, Mika. I don't see another comment. Production, Love Island fandom. Check out the edit real quick. Alan and Michelle. Mika, can you make your comment again? Because I see this question of a comment, but I don't see like any other comment beyond good morning from you. So I don't know if you used a word that's filtered automatically, but no, I do not see the additional comment from you, Mika. Grand Rising, thanks for coming. So here, let's let this video play. I'm not going to keep you long, creative. You can drop whenever you're ready. Whenever the other place is calling, you can go ahead and drop.
Yeah,
We
girl,
understand.
I'm gonna get my life right, y'all. Thank you for letting me come up and share.
No worries. I appreciate
you.
you.
Will be avenged, Nicolandria Nation, VanCarthens.
Yes.
You will see justice. Okay?
Yes, exactly. Now, for everybody else who's
have retribution. All right.
Yes, we will
All right,
overcome.
later.
This was week 1, you guys. Proof that we will overcome. Okay, proof. Okay, you guys. So, we are getting ready to listen to the interview for. Let me put this back over here. Let's see, full screen. Did I make it full? I said full screen. Maybe. Miss Boss Rich. I don't know why whenever I see your name, I think of that song. Let's see. Okay. So you guys, did you see the photo dump that Olandria did where she put this photo in and it's week 1? They were trying to keep them apart. Production had their hand in it. And then proof in the pudding is Misha B. I don't know what show she was on. The X Factor. She was on the X Factor and I didn't watch it. But this week, an X Factor person who was also on the show finally admitted that production had often come to him and not only put thoughts in his head about Misha, one of the only black contestants on the show, and he was a white guy, but like they would go to him and say things like, Misha's a real bully. She's a real bully. Wasn't she bullying everybody? You know what? You should even say that. You should say that Misha bullied everybody. That's what you should say next time. And then he would say it because they told him to say it. And in the meantime, this black woman's mental health was getting affected because she wasn't the bully. And they just kept painting her as that. And that became her narrative on the show. And she had to go through mental health stuff. It took her years to finally reclaim her mental time. And seeing that man do his interview made her do a little series on her TikTok channel about it. And maybe I'll share that with you guys another time. But it's true that production is in on the shits, okay? Production is in on the shits. Now, where's DC? DC Young Fly! Where'd it go? Because I was going to watch it yesterday morning, but I decided, no, I'll come here and watch it with my people. Here it is. Bam. Bam. Here it is. It's 7 minutes, 28 seconds. We're queued up. Now, I will go ahead and we can just listen to it. Skip.
Now, we saw y'all did a little pickup game on the show.
Put that over there. Make the volume go up to 160%. I don't want to blow my little speaker. Let's do 130%. And you guys let me know if you can hear it. There we go. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this.
Crazy. So how long have you been DJing?
I mean, like, unprofessionally 4 years, but, you know, professionally for like 4 months.
Right. So
I jumped in that scene real quick.
all the parties, man. Book my boy Nick, man.
I got
DJ.
26 shows coming up in the next 3 months. You know,
Yo, talk, Nick.
motion.
Yes,
Trying to keep the ball rolling.
Keep it rolling, Nick.
Listen,
I don't know
man,
why it
we
skipped to the
appreciate
end.
You for stopping through, man. We
There. Pause. Okay. Now it's cute. Thank you guys for coming on. Hope you guys haven't seen it yet. And even if you did, I hope you'll stay and watch it now. We're about to watch the interview with DC Youngfly. Is that how you say his name?
now we saw y'all.
Trying to make it there. Okay. And then I'm going to flip this. Thanks, you guys. Go ahead. Let's get up to 10,000 likes real quick. And then a 20,000 likes. And then a 50,000 likes. And then a 60,000 likes. I sure would love 100,000 likes this morning. Thank you so much. Now we're going to flip this camera. Did it flip? Yeah. And now we're going to take this background off. End. Bam. And then on this side, we have interview. I need to get a better setup this year. There we go. And then on this side, I'm gonna, hi you guys. Thanks for coming. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring my bell. Ring my bell so you can get notified when I upload videos. Now let's watch this interview with Nick and Dee. Now I think this interview was when he was in Vegas too, you guys. when he was in Vegas. Wasn't this interview from Vegas? From the infamous weekend in Vegas? Okay, you guys can see that?
The pickup game on the show. Now, who's the top 5 that you picking?
I'm gonna go me second, me third, me fourth, and me fifth.
You that good? Dun, 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 dun. Until we
You guys can hear it okay?
the machine with all the effects on it. I'm going to continue to
Hey, Charlie.
effects on this show. Okay, America. Once again, welcome to Hawks and Friends, man. Now, this episode, brothers, listen. We finna see if this really your girlfriend. Because everybody watched this show. Everybody in the world watched this show. Listen, man.
Did you watch the show?
I didn't get a chance, but I saw clips. And I know who you is. But the world, they know who you is. But I got to introduce you correctly. Listen, man. We are back at it again at State Farm Arena. And today, we got somebody straight out of the villa, America. Straight from the island. You dig what I'm saying? Reality TV star and content creator. Make some noise for Nick Vans.
The crowd goes wild.
Look at your girls, fellas. She know exactly who this is. Look at your girl, fellas. She know exactly who this is. Nick, what's up, man?
What's going on, DC?
What's up, my boy, man? Listen, bro. For those who may not know what Love Island is all about, man, put the people up on game.
Alright. I mean, basically, what I thought before going on the show, you go to the island, Fiji, you, a lot of pretty girls.
So that's a real island.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's like a cool 15-hour flight.
Okay.
Pretty girls.
Uh-huh.
You know, one is prettier than the others. You know what I mean? And then you just do a bunch of challenges for about 2 months. No phone, no family, just you and your feelings. And then
So they fly y'all to a private island in Fiji.
Yeah.
How many people?
There's like 12 at a time. 6 girls, 6 guys. At one point there was like 20 total.
That's lovely.
That room was sweaty, man. There
Oh.
was like 10 beds and about wall to wall right here.
But it's so like y'all in the camp and y'all really trying to figure out who gonna fall in love.
It's like adult summer camp, but like everybody's, on one.
Oh, just really trying to figure it out. Okay, so seemed like you had a connection with a special female, Olandria.
Olandria.
So, tell us about this dynamic connection and why was everybody in the world so tuned into y'all relationship?
I think from episode 1, I put a move on her. We were blindfolded, clothes on, obviously. Right at the beginning, and then I think she didn't know that I had kissed her. And then as the weeks went on, I never told her. And then one day the stars were aligning out in Fiji, and I made the move, and that kind of changed everything.
So she didn't know she was blindfolded or something?
Yeah, she was blindfolded. Never told her.
And you ain't never told her that it was you.
I kept it close. But I had a crush on her the whole time.
The whole time. Was there any other girl in the run besides Olandria?
I mean, you have to go through trials and tribulations to get to the treat at the bottom of the cereal box. You know what I mean?
Listen, so we
Wait a minute.
Show, man, and congratulations for second place. You dig what I'm saying? Well, hope they bring you back for another season, man. I guess
no.
You don't want to go back?
No.
2 months in Fiji?
No. That's not a vacation, bro. It's like
work.
It's work. You're working out there.
Oh man, I thought it was love and fun.
Talking about your feelings and stuff. That's work.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you in the A, man. You ain't in Fiji no more, man. You in ATL, like NTAG, you ain't no Ohio State. So what is it about Atlanta, man, that you love about the city, man? And welcome to State Farm.
Yeah, thank you. I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, and we don't have a basketball team, so I think the closest basketball team I think is Atlanta, right? So, growing up, watching, we obviously watch Miami, from Florida as well. So Miami and ATL, those are two basketball teams I kept up with.
Now we saw y'all did a little pickup game on the show. Now who's the top 5 that you picking that's gonna do something?
I'm gonna do Chris first. You know, overseas man. I'm gonna go me second, me third, me fourth, and me fifth.
You that good?
Yeah.
And you that good, Nick?
I'm gonna stand on business.
Nick, I don't want to hear all that. Listen, we got to put a clip right after he just said stand on business. We need to see how you shoot it.
I'm gonna send you the highlight reel. Don't watch the show. That's not me, y'all. They edited my.
Now, bro, welcome to this life that we call.
Yeah, we're watching the interview, Mika. The
Your
DC
life
interview.
changes fast, bro. And a lot of things are moving. There's a lot of moving parts. What is it that you have to do to keep yourself sane and to keep yourself, normal and keep the momentum up? Because now everybody know you from the show and they want to know what's more coming from Nick.
Yeah, I mean, people are always asking. You got to keep the motion rolling too. That thing only lasts for so long.
Right.
So I think it's that balance of like, having motion, but also keeping that inner peace, because that's hard to find. I'm sure a lot of people commenting on your relationship, your whole life, your family. Your family's getting letters, and that's not something I expected, but I think something I do to cope with that is probably, obviously Landria, because we went through the same thing. So talking to her, actually, I know you were on Wild and Out. I talked to Nick Cannon, asking people in that industry how they handled it. So people that are in it usually have the best advice.
For sure. And we hear, you dig what I'm saying, and you have so many talents, because now they know you from the show, but like you said, you have so much to offer. You DJing.
Yeah.
You DJing. Now that's a big gig. Now they get a lot of money for DJing now.
I saw the numbers. I had to start doing it. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm talking about the EDM world. I'm serious.
No, it's crazy.
So how long have you been DJing?
I mean, unprofessionally 4 years, but professionally for 4 months. Right. I jumped in that scene real quick.
All the parties, man. Book my boy Nick, man.
I got
you DJ.
26 shows coming up in the next 3 months.
Yo, talk, Nick.
Motion.
Yes,
trying to keep the ball rolling.
Keep it rolling, Nick.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we appreciate you for stopping through, man. We wish you the best in the future, man. And listen, man, don't let this be your last time. I know you just went to the Villa, but now you in the State Farm Arena, man.
Yeah, this is my island now.
This your island now. Hey, man, there you have it. Hawks and Friends, Nick Vance. Yeah, did.
Oh, I liked it, you guys. Did you like it? Okay, so YouTube, TikTok is saying that.
Pretty cool, huh? That's the laser strike system for most here at Vantage.
TikTok is saying that the comment about standing on business was about Alan. Do you guys think that was Alan shade? YouTube? How he said, I just got to stand on business? Because he literally, I don't think I've ever heard Nick say that before. Have you guys heard Nick talk about stand on business before? I mean, Alan doesn't own it, but we still here, yeah? There we go. Alan doesn't own it. But yeah. On TikTok, YouTube, they're saying a lot of things. Let's see. It was in Atlanta, Miss Curve. Nick is better interviewer than a lot of people interviewing him, right? He has said it since leaving the Villa. Okay, one time he did. I think once. Yes. No, I missed that. No, not really. I think so. No, period. Olandria looks so good. Yes. It was short and nice. Yeah, 7 minutes, 28 seconds. Let's get it all out. Quan was with him that day. So this is not from Vegas. This is from when him and Quan just went to the to the Baltimore to the ATL Falcons basketball game. And remember, they had those box seats. And then the picture that was up was of Alan in his box seat alone with the empty chair. And then they had Nick in his box seat with Quan next to him. And then they did the introduction for Ace and hardly any claps. And they did the introduction for Nick. And he had his traditional 6'7" jersey on, like he has right here in the picture. Yeah, so that was the Atlanta game. This is not the F1 weekend. My bad. He really does need to start using his real voice because it always wants to come out. I'm always sauced up as much as possible. Vaseline nostrils, all the shade. It was meant to stand on business part was for Alan. Yep, the shade. I like how Nick confirmed that he's only cool with Chris and nobody else. I said the same thing, but he may have declined because of the breakup, calling him Mr. Overseas. I mean, who else is there? I'm going to go ahead and be messy. Did that interview Teddy Graham when he was in the game or nah? I don't know. That was shade. Yeah, he's like, me first, me second, me third, me fourth, and me fifth. He did say that, and there were there were three bona fide ball players, like with jerseys, professional overseas jerseys in the freaking villa, and Nick still picked him first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. He was like, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Nick, 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 and Nick. It's just coming to me how shady it is because Pepe has a jersey. Chris has a jersey and JD has a jersey, and Nick is like, Nick 1 through 5. That's hilarious. Because, real good ball players know to share the ball, and if they had somebody to be their splash brother with, they would definitely include a splash brother if they were on par. I mean, what was Steph Curry without Klay Thompson? Or Klay Thomas, because they were splash brothers, remember? So most teams, whether it's football or basketball, there's some type of duo involved, right? Where you can trust you're the best, and as the best, you're trusting another the best type player. Nick is like, none of these fools are the best, but I know I can count on Nick, 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 and Nick, and Nick. But nobody else. He's hilarious. I love that confidence. But that's what his father also instilled in him. His only competition is his motherfucking self, you guys. Nick's only competition is his self. And he plays it so low key. It's not conceited. It's self-competition, right? So that was one of the things we looked at. Let's see. As far as we know, Nick is good with Jeremiah, Austin, Pepe, and Chris. Yeah. He said Chris first. Only Chris. This pod, it's Chris, Nick, Nicholas, Nicky Pooh, and Big Belgian. That's right, Tigers Butterfly. He said Chris first. He said Chris, then me. Okay, so Chris gets love. Okay, Mr. Overseas gets a little love. Oh, that's hilarious, Tara Lynn, right? We're too much. We're too much. How many stocks, right? He was on Chris's during the pickup game. Who were the three? I know Chris, Pepe, JD, Mika. Mika. JD was a basketball player, right? Isn't JD a basketball player, or am I tripping? Or is he just 6'8" for no reason? I could swear JD was a basketball player too in Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or wherever he was from. Look, they're telling me on TikTok, no, he's just 6'8" for no reason. Well, it's for a reason, because the ladies like to climb on JD. And we do love to watch you eat, JD. We do love to watch you eat. He's so sweet, Mr. Confident. Yeah. Yeah. JD, he is so cute. He's a cute one. We do love to watch him eat too. Okay, so that was the interview. And you heard, I'm going to go back. You know why I'm going to go back? I'm going to go back to Trials and Tribulations. Let me escape out of here. And I'm going to mute this. And I'm going to do a replay. You know why? I'm going to go back to the point where he says Trials and Tribulations. Because I liked it. Did you like that? He's like, you got to go through trials and tribulations to get to the bottom of the cereal box. The prize at the bottom of the cereal box. Let me see. What moment does he say that? I think it's by...
know what Love Island is all about, man. Put Vans not know what love.
Girls, well, you know, one is total.
That's lovely.
That room was sweaty, man. That was like,
That room was sweaty. It smelled like
wall
smacks.
to wall.
Figure it out. Okay, so
Clothes on, obviously. You know, I made the move. Tree at the bottom of the cereal box. You know
Here it
what I mean?
is.
besides Olandria,
I mean, like,
So if you guys take your time, this is called this interview can be found on the Atlanta Hawks. Here you go again, TikTok. We must have vermin in the room. We must have vermin in here. We just got another restriction warning. There, right there. You can see me, right? Good. See? And you guys can see me. Okay. See me. Who got the trees to the dreamer? Okay, so if you guys want to watch this interview that we just listened to, got to go ahead and give them their shout out. It's Atlanta Hawks YouTube channel, and it was dropped 22 hours ago. It has 18,000 views, which is kind of low for VanCarthens. That's kind of low for VanCarthens, you guys. You guys, I'm not sure. And it is only 7 minutes, and there are lots of clips floating around. But there's only 18,000 views on something for VanCarthen. Are y'all okay? This has been up for almost a whole day and only 18,000 views. We are VanCarthens for a reason. We do the VanCarthen effect, where we overwhelm any platform that they are, and with overwhelming support for both of them. And Olandria gave us directives very clear that Nick and her are a team, and so like we usually support both of them, don't we? Is there a shift happening? 18,000. Hey, look, I don't want us to start slipping. I don't want the people to be like, oh, they only last 6 months. They only were outside the program for 6 months. Now they're back in the program. 18,000 views. That was an excellent interview. And it's only 7 minutes. This shit should have 100,000 views by now. Well, if it was Olandria's, it would have 100,000 views by now. And that was a great little interview. I mean, look, he said trials and tribulations right at moment 3:25. We're going to listen to it again.
the whole time. Was there any other girl in the run besides Olandria?
I mean, you have to go through trials and tribulations to get to the tree at the bottom of the cereal box. You know what I mean?
Right here. Listen, so we enjoyed the show, man, and congratulations on second place. You get what I'm saying? Well, hope they bring you back for another season, man.
Hell no.
You don't want to go back?
No.
2 months in season?
No. That's not a vacation, bro. That's like
It's
work. You're working out there.
Oh man, I thought it was.
He don't want to go back.
Talking about your feelings and stuff. That's work.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you in the.
So he says trials and tribulations, if you only want to go back for that part, because that was excellent. Okay? Because I feel like Nick is sick and fucking tired of people like Sierra sneak shading his woman. He's sick and fucking tired. Okay? Especially because it was about a month ago she was doing her, oh, I'm having a bad day. And as soon as she be having a bad day, then her minions be throwing and trying to make Olandria have a bad day. Okay? And he knows that she knows that shit. Okay? So for him to be like trials and tribulations, look. As a woman, that can't have been too good to hear. Hated it. We've all had, look, all women, like I'm happily married now, and I already boasted about 20 years or whatever. We met in 96, y'all. Some of y'all weren't even, some of you guys were in a scrotum sack in 96. Okay, that's when I met my husband, was 1996. There was a 19 in front of that shit. Okay. And prior to meeting my husband, I've been through it. I've been through it. But if any man I was ever with would have took the time to get interviewed with a microphone and a camera, and then make said interview readily available on a platform like YouTube that can reach billions of people, and called his interaction with me a trial and a tribulation, I would be under my bed. I might not leave the house. Or maybe to reclaim my time, I might make it a joke. Okay? Because it would be far too painful to just exist in that amount of pain. And my defense mechanism is naturally humor. Plus, I think it's the best medicine. So I might try to make it a huge joke and say something like, trials and tribulations. Well, I trialed and tribulated all over that. I don't know. What can you possibly say to a man who you were intimate with and who you went back and lied to the people and told him that he said you was the most beautiful one and he couldn't see himself with nobody else? Oh, and he's already wanting me to move in and move to Florida, and she was saying all kind of shit. Only for him to get out the place and say that he was going to call you, but then he decided not to. And that the past is the past. And now we're to trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations. He went biblical on a bitch. That's what happens when you're fornicate, though. Fornication is a sin, and it gets you turned into a trial and a tribulation. Because fornication is a sin almighty before the Lord. Fornication, y'all. Do you know what fornication is? That's premarital sex. It doesn't get you nothing but sin. Obviously, it ended up a trial and a tribulation. He went biblical on that bitch. Trials and tribulations. Everyone must weather the storm of trials and tribulations. My feelings are hurt for her. And the note to my young self is keep your legs closed. To people that you don't know, that don't deserve it, and that could possibly end up calling you a trial and a tribulation. Because had she kept her legs closed for maybe 2 of those sessions, which was all of the sessions, then she would have ended up in a different position and not felt so like, I don't know what she did. She put all her eggs in one basket, but nobody called her out on the carpet about putting all her eggs in the basket, because I think they was all in cahoots about putting eggs in baskets to keep Taylor on the show until he got a basket he wanted to put his eggs in. And trials and tribulations. Ooh-wee. Ooh, I know that stung. I know for a fact my uterus just told me that shit stung as a woman. My womb, W-O-M-B, that bears life, told me that shit hurt. Somebody go check on trials and tribulations. Somebody check on 404 if you feel like it. And if you don't, just pray for her. And if you don't feel like doing that, then just tell any woman in your life, any young girl or old woman that might think about mounting a man that's not interested in her to try to garner some kind of control in a situation. Just say, you might want to reconsider, because he could still call you a trial and a tribulation. Are you sure he's interested in you? Are you positive? He said you have to go through trials and tribulations to get to the prize, and then called the next one the prize. He said I had to go through trials and tribulations. That's 25 seconds and 45 seconds to get to the prize at the bottom of the box. Sierra's going to need her family. I hope her family is nearby. I hope her family can give her a call and check on her, because I'm not mad at Nick. Nick didn't say nothing wrong. That was his experience. He said he went through trials and tribulations. That's what the fuck he went through. Okay? So I'm not mad at Nick for explaining about what he went through. He was quite vulnerable and honest in that assessment. And he didn't really call her no bad names. He said he went through. He, as in Nick, went through trials and tribulations. He wasn't technically calling her that, but that's what we heard, because we read between the lines, right? We read between the lines. Trials and tribulations to us equals Sierra. Trials and tribulations, in between that is Sierra. Because Bella wasn't a trial and a tribulation. Who did he even push up on? He was only trying to get to Ola. Everybody else was pushing up on him. And that's the other thing I told you guys. And there's a couple of misnomers. There's a couple of one-offs where the woman can do the chasing and end up happily ever after. There's a couple of one-offs. But most cases state and stipulate the psychology of relationships and the physiology of being in relation with another human that is of the opposite sex would warrant that the man chooses the flower. You can force a bee to a flower. If he don't feel like pollinating that flower, nothing's getting pollinated. Or it might get pollinated, but it's going to get left. And the thing about cookies is, the reason it's in a jar is because you have a lid. To keep the cookies fresh and to keep the cookies safe, you have a lid on your cookies. Okay? And you can't just be popping off your lid when they didn't even do nothing to get the lid off. You can't just be popping off the lid and giving access to your cookies. Then the cookies get air on them. The rest of the cookies get stale. You could let something in the cookie jar and it could waste the other cookies in there. You got to keep the lid on the motherfucking cookie jar. Keep it on there. Because just because you take the lid off and let him play with your cookies doesn't mean he wants to still play in your cookie jar. It doesn't mean that you won't end up labeled a trial and a tribulation of a cookie jar for that man who you took the lid off the cookie jar for him. But on the opposite side, Olandria had the cookie jar lid removed by Nick. And now we're 6 months later. You see that? She didn't take her cookie lid off of her own. She didn't say, oh, here's my cookies. Look inside my jar. She didn't do that. She allowed him to remove the lid through conversation, through building a friendship, through building security and rapport with her and building a relationship with her. That's what we witnessed. That's the foundation of the love story that we witnessed, especially since she showed us that picture from week 1. Since week 1, they was doing hearts in the photo booth together, side by side, pressed heart to heart in that tiny ass photo booth. So imagine Nick, week 1, before Sierra got there, he's heart to heart with Olandria in the thingamabob. And now here comes the girl always trying to get him in the corner him in the photo booth to make him go drop Bella, and so she can mount him and grind on him really fast to make him do what she wants, only to be called a trial and a tribulation. I'm telling you, ladies, this is a freaking PSA. Public service announcement, PSA. Keep your lid on your cookies. Keep your lid on your cookie jar. Okay? And then when a good person comes and you are vibing with that person's energy, don't make it easy for them. Let them remove the lid naturally through conversation, through connection, through all of that. Because You see what's happening. You see what's happening. Everybody who left their cookie jar open, not with that person right now. Or let another person in the cookie jar between. Cough, cough, Iris, the NPC. Had Pepe in her cookie, had TJ in the cookie jar, then had Pepe in the cookie jar, and then she let TJ back in the cookie jar. Now, I'm not sure what kind of cookie she's serving, but most people know the story that men be thinking about that other person in their cookie jar later in the back of their head, and it really never really goes anywhere. And that could be the reason later on. They'll stay with you for a little while, but that little thought in the back of their head about that other person being in their cookie jar is always going to be there. Always. Whether you're an NPC or a main character, it's always going to be in the back of the mind of the other person. Just like women, we might forgive and move on, but always in the back of our mind is that little shit. Okay, so the interview where he says trials and tribulations is right at 3 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm going to go back one more time because that was a big statement, Nick. And he wasn't even being mean with it, though. He wasn't like, I'm putting way more on it than he is because that's the kind of shit I do. And this is all just with love and fun. I'm not just, hey, for Sierra's energy, I'm not adding any more to her energy that's negative or weighted. This is like fun and just like using this for research, commenting, and criticism, but not personal criticism of Sierra. Okay, because hey, she already did what she did. We're not judging a woman for sharing her cookies or nothing like that. I'm not slut shaming anybody. Hey, I used to have this saying. I used to be like, I'm not a sex addict. I just like sex, just like people like watermelon and eat watermelon. They like apples and eat apples. People who like sex have sex. You know. Hey, Williams, what's good? Happy New Year! I don't know why it's taking long to connect. Wasn't really the cool. Yeah, she wasn't really the cool girl. Just because you come up off your cookies fast doesn't mean they're cool. That's another thing, and that young ladies kind of have. That's another thing. Hey, Fab.
Hey, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. What's good, darling?
I'm still kind of on a high from yesterday. Just like the picture. I'm like, are you serious? Because I like looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, more pictures. And I was like, that can't be when they recoupled. Then I was like,
yeah, I was very confused.
I was like, was it
Charlie? Oh my God, you look so good today, Charlie.
Doesn't she look good?
Oh, I'm putting you on a big screen.
Doesn't she look good?
You look so beautiful. Was that an accident? Ooh.
I just come up to say just one thing, and then I'm done because I'm waiting to go into my office. Weak blood clot 1. Weak blood clot 1. Good morning, people.
Grand Rising. You look at 2026 is already looking fabulous on you, girl.
I'm dropping down.
Okay. Oh my God, week 1. But you guys, week 1. I'm going to put the picture back up in the background because we are all like, what the fuck?
Because when you think about it, because I looked at the hair, I was like, that's week 1.
Yeah.
And then you go and look at each picture, and then you figure out that it's from episode 6. Like, we kind of did a deep dive of this, like, last night, and we were like, so wait a minute. Sierra and Beldasha, they had the conversation. We figured out it was in episode 3 when we get Beldasha being like, I really do like Nick. And Sierra's like, yeah, I think we're in the same boat. And you see Ola sitting in between them looking back and forth. And she's kind of like, okay, yeah, this is about to be a love triangle. I'm not going to be in it. And then you see her glance over. And I'm thinking she looks at Nick.
Then you have, was it episode 4? They do the baseball challenge, and Ola puts Nick at first base. Then you have, after the challenge, Belladasha and Nick, they go to Soul Ties, they make out. Then Sierra pulls Nick afterwards. They're in speakeasy. Then they go to the photo booth and kind of make out. And while they're making out, Belladasha's telling Ola that her and Nick made out in Soul Tides. So then you see this picture, and then you put it with episode 6, because episode 5 is After Sun, and it's the same bathing suits. So then you're like, when did you guys take that picture? Who pulled who to go to the photo booth? I'm like,
we need answers. We have way more questions than answers. We need answers.
but then it's like you feel so bad, because I'm like, that was week 1, and I'm like, you mean to tell me nobody else saw that? And then you think all conversations that they have afterwards, they kind of start to make sense. Like when Ola's saying it's week 2, it's still early, and he's like, would you say that if I kissed Iris? Because Arrow's like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Like, you just look at stuff a lot differently now, and you feel, because I'm like, initially we can be like, oh, they played, but it's like Nick said, the villa took me in a different direction. And then there was like something popped up last night, a clip. It was like right after like they got back from Casa and Nick and Sierra had recoupled, and she was talking with Iris, talking about like their journey and stuff like that, and just describing it, and it was longer. And then Nick's like, it was still subpar, and I'm sitting up there like, I really think she lied, and like made it seem like more stuff was happening.
Yeah.
Than it did happen. And I think she did that and kind of exaggerated stuff, even like the noise, to deter Ola, because I think she knew the whole time that's who Nick wanted. I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
I don't think she's dumb. I think she knew.
I bet you're right, because the way that I feel you're totally right about Sierra understanding Nick's and Ola's connection. And when she got Bella out and said, good boy, or good job, or whatever it was.
I didn't like that. That's when I didn't like
it. It was kind of like, now that you're mentioning that whole dynamic about that, it was almost like one down.
Mm-hmm.
Good boy, only one real competitor left for your attention, which is Ola. So it was like, okay, we're on the right track. You're moving towards me, but he really wasn't.
Because if we really think about it, Sierra was just like Huda, but she was more discreet about it. Like, her way of being loud in the bedroom with Nick, that was her way of staking claim, like Huda put hickeys on Jeremiah.
Yeah.
And so that was to deter other girls from, like, getting at Nick, even though he's sitting up there saying, I still want to explore. And she was just really manipulative, and I feel for Nick, because I'm sitting up there like, I know people are like, but I do think he liked her and stuff like that. I'm not saying he didn't like her, but I don't think he liked her. I don't even know if he really liked her. I don't know if it was just a lust thing.
And that's when the sex magic theories come in. It was almost like he was just like out of himself in a spell, almost like from his like interactions with her being kind of But then when he gets around Olandria, we get all of these emotions and facials and stuff. But every single time he's sitting next to Sierra, he was like,
yeah. Like I said, I could be wrong.
It was weird.
Maybe he did like her, but I never got that impression. I just always thought, because she made herself so readily, easily available to him, because he said, she jumped my bones. It wasn't like he initiated it. Every time that act happened between them, she initiated it. It wasn't him. It'd be one thing if he initiated it.
Yeah.
But it's her doing it, because she first did it when Andrina came in there, because she thought Andrina was a threat. And then she did it again with him after Nick and Ola told them that, we coupled up and we kissed, but there was nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's doing it, like, at certain points to sit up there and restate claim on it. and let girls know this is mine. You can't come for that.
Right. And she did that too. Whenever another twat would enter the villa, she would like go put her leg over him, mount him, go have a tongue session with him, anything to stay in the front of his mind, you know?
Yeah, like if we really, really like sit there and really did a deep dive on it, it's like if we, and I'm like, this is where I'm like, I feel for her. I wish she would have been more selfish in the beginning instead of at the end. And I'm like, she realized that those are like learning lessons, because if she would have been selfish, she would have took Nick from Beldasha. Beldasha could have went to Taylor because Taylor favors her ex, who's now back her boyfriend. That could have been the situation. Sierra could have still came in there and said she wanted to pull Nick. But then we get to the recoupling portion where it says, if you're interested in Sierra, stand up. Nick wouldn't have stood up.
Right. So you guys said it was episode... Okay, so I have episode 6 queued up, and I'm just looking for the part where she's in this bikini. Creative, if you're still around, what moment was that again, Creative?
I think they said it's around like minute 23.
23. What's this? 23. Okay, it's a quick clip though. It looks like it might be pretty quick. Oh, look how old she got. Oh my God. It's a commercial. I'll let it queue up. But yeah. Okay, so around minute 23. 23.5. Thanks.
Like, you see them like in the kitchen and you see the bathing suits, and I'm like, those are the exact bathing suits.
Right.
So it's like, it's just like we see it in color. And I'm just sitting up there like, then you go in your mind like, who pulled who to go to the photo booth? Did you just, and we know.
How did they
like,
end up here? How did they end up here?
Talking.
How did they end up here?
Exactly. That's what I want to know, and that's what makes you so mad. And I know we say Peacock, but it's the producers, it's ITV that you really have to be mad at, because they're the ones that really have all the footage and stuff like that.
Right. And Boss had a point earlier, because she was saying that, no, Creative actually had the point. She said that there must be some type of liability, that they're not just showing us everything. Because you know how much money is to be made if they just did, for every episode they showed us, if they did a unseen footage edit for every episode, that would be 1 billion more views, you guys. Why aren't they doing it? They love money.
Yeah. And I agree with people in the comments saying it was Nick. And I'm like, if we think about it, it's diabolical, because you made out with the other 2 girls the night before, and then you still pulled her to the photo booth and did these pictures.
Right. Here, let's try this.
Nick.
No.
And we were saying that somebody was going to Greek Fest. They need to like print this out and be like, ask them questions about it if they can, because I want to know.
Okay, let's see, where is this?
Natural. Yeah. He definitely is like someone that's my type. Yeah. And speaking to him is like talking to a best friend. Mm-hmm. And then we also spoke to Austin. Austin is funny as fuck. Like honestly, 90% of the conversation was just me dying of laughter. Yeah, so if you heard a donkey laughter, girl, that was me outside. And me and Jeremiah did have a talk. He let me know how serious him and Huda is. So and we love and admire that.
Okay, so one thing I want to say now that we have Amaya here, when Amaya first came on, before she cussed out Shelly for like no apparent reason, I was like, this girl is really coming on to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. She pulled people for a chat. She went and interacted with a lot of people. She didn't get all weird from the first moment. She was there to play the game. And I actually felt like that was one of the first times that they weren't trying to, and I never saw season 6, but I heard about it. And it was one of the first times I felt like they weren't trying to PPG me.
Yeah.
Like some...
I think my only thing is like, if you really look back at like a lot of stuff, you can kind of see I feel like Shelly was more. I don't even want to say mastermind, but I feel like she set up there and orchestrated a lot more stuff, kind of more under the radar than Ace did.
Right.
Like the Hannah vote and just her way of like thinking about approaching stuff with like couples and stuff like that. Because I truly think what happened was the deal with Casa was they wanted to create a Serena and Cordell moment, but they wanted to double it. And when I say double it, like you have Chris come back, even Huda brings Chris back. Like I know everybody's kind of like iffy about the conversation that was had in Casa about her bringing Chris back for both of them. I do think that happened. I don't think it was the one they showed at the reunion, but I think it was a conversation that was had. Then what was supposed to happen was Taylor was supposed to really pick Ola.
I'm gonna interrupt you for a second.
Yeah, hey Charlie.
Look, Miro, I'm really doing this for you because you keep calling me CEO.
Yeah, you do look like a CEO, boss.
I'll show you my. This is from. The jacket is from Zara.
Oh, look at her!
This is my husband's. This is my husband's shirt that he was gonna donate. I think it's from American Eagle. My pants I actually got from Goodwill, and then my shoes. Whatever. And it's gonna lotion my feet. But anyways, I'm going into the people's office. I am not no fucking CEO.
Oh, you look like a boss.
Good, Charlie. You look good.
You making all the big decisions today.
I am a boss.
Yes. That's our.
I said so.
You're looking
I
lovely.
said so.
Yes.
Anyways, I'll be in the comments, and we've had to block like 6 or 7 people. It's too fucking early in the morning here for us to be blocking people. Do not come in here on no fuck shit. Leave Miss Curves alone. Okay, I'll be in the comments.
Thank you. Yeah, leave her alone.
But I think Taylor was supposed to pick Ola. But
Who?
he ended up picking Clark. And that messed stuff up because what was going to happen was they were going to say Coco if Taylor picked Ola. And then it was going to be like a triangle, like both Ace and Shelly were going to be like, they were torn with these people from Casa. But in the end, they realized they were the better match together. And that was going to be the storyline.
Yeah.
Then Taylor messed that up. And so then it was like a pivot. Like, okay, well, he picked Clark. We still go with Coco. Unfortunately, Ola goes home. And that's where Nick came in there and messed the whole plan up. And I think that's where some of the issues and maybe even resentment that we saw happen for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
Like, I could be off, but I'm like, when you sit back and think about everything, I'm like, what if that was the whole plan?
Well, so that means that Shelly even knew about this from week 1. Do you think that while they were supposed soul sisters, Olandria shared this with Shelly, or?
So this is my thing with Shelly. I feel like Shelly kept Ola close because let's be honest, I don't think she considered Ola. She said soul sister, but this was just a work colleague. She considered Sierra the friend. She kept Ola close so she can keep whatever information Ola was telling her, like when they got out the villa, in regards to her relationship with Nick, she can go back and report it to Sierra, because I think Shelly thought this was like Nick wasn't really serious about Ola. Once they get out of the villa, probably by the time reunion happens, they'll be, oh, we tried, it didn't work, we're just better off as friends. And then, kind of how TJ and Iris happened, that's what Sierra and maybe even Shelly thought, and maybe even a little bit of Andrina thought, that would be what would happen with her and Nick, Sierra and Nick. He would
okay, but that kind of,
that's what I think happened.
That kind of doesn't explain how Vanna, who came on in the last bombshell segment with Coco and Clark and the rest of them, right? Mm-hmm. And Gaylord, what's that girl's name? Graceland, yeah. So she came in all the way then, and in her Nick Viall interview, she was like, oh, no. Nick and Ola been on each other since day 1. She was like, nope, they've always liked each other. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. She said that in her Nick Viall interview.
I'm like, put it past Vanna. I think she was right, but I think in Shelly and even Sierra's mind, they didn't think Nick really liked.
Oh, here it is.
They probably thought he just maybe like how Ola was afraid he would she'd be fetishized by Nick. I think they thought that like, oh, this is just something like to get out of his system, but then he'll come back to the person he was always with.
Right.
Because I think that they just didn't see. I don't think they saw her as that threat. They didn't really see her as like beautiful as them, and they more consider her like the sidekick. Like they were trying to do like their own PPG version. And like I said, if it had planned out the way it did, like let's say Ola didn't even make it to the final four, and let's say Shelly and Ace did, then she probably wouldn't have had a problem with Ola being the sidekick, but it didn't work out that way.
Right.
I have a theory. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Brianna. Happy 26, girl. What's happening?
My theory is that it was a scheme Todd set up from the beginning with Ace and Shelly. They knew each other a lot more than they let on. And someone said, I think I'm going to go on Love Island. And the other one said, I should too. And from the beginning, this is everything was set up. Every projection is a confession. And Amaya, when you said Amaya went off on Shirley for no reason, Amaya is smarter than what people think. Amaya clocked T. She was putting it together. She was like, wait a minute, you're telling me something, he's telling me something, but you guys are doing something different than what both of you are saying. Mm-hmm. And then when he picked Amaya and then immediately was like, don't touch me, this is not going to be anything. Why the fuck would he do that? Why would you pick her and in the same scene immediately say, but this not going nowhere? Because he already knew what the game was. They had a plan the whole time.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
No problem, Brianna. Thanks for pointing that out.
I think it was a plan set up because there's too many instances of like screenshots of them, Shelly being on Ace's like TikTok live from like years ago. I think this, I'm like, they knew each other. They had met outside of a club once. They knew each other. Shelly and Amaya, they like followed each other because I think they had did some modeling stuff together. Andrina and Shelly knew each other. So
Nick and Jeremiah
like,
did a modeling thing.
They more so kind of went on there maybe for like an influencer thing. They wanted to be like models and stuff like that. Whereas Ola, I truly think, yeah, she probably did want to be that model and didn't want to be doing elevator shows for the rest of her life. I don't blame her, but I think she also wanted to truly find a connection and find love. And I think that was a plan that they all, I think Ace and Shelly like initially started the plan. They incorporated people, like that's when you see the pull-in of Taylor, because if we remember, it was really Ace, Taylor, and Jeremiah. Those were the three in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But then when Jeremiah started being more like, was hooked with Huda, that's when they pulled in Nick.
Yeah.
And I think they didn't tell Nick this, any of this stuff. I really think it was like Ace and Shelly, and then because she always said Taylor, that's her bestie. Then when Sierra came in, they kind of pulled her into like, so it was like the four of them. They were like, how do we keep these people this core together to be in the finals and stuff like that? And you just pull along whoever your partner is at the time, like they just come along with us automatically. But it'll be the three of us, like the top three.
Yeah.
Stuff changed when it came to Casa, plus Nick's feelings for Ola, because that's why I said I think Sierra and Taylor, they talked more than what was shown. Probably like, are you seeing this? What I'm seeing and stuff like that. Because if Nick's always coming up to Taylor every week saying he's attracted to Ola, he's interested in her, and he's like, no, let that go and stuff like that. Obviously, he's going back to talk to Sierra about it, but saying, hey, you know, he's still asking about her and stuff like that. I'm like, that's something like, they're probably like, no, that's not what happened. But I'm like, when you really sit up there and think about it,
yeah,
people strive to keep those two away from each other.
It really was it was a coordinated attack. But Be Yourself over on the YouTube side says, I think the original thing from the producers was for Huda to blow up with Shelly and Ola as sidekicks, because like PPG, they were not expecting Leah to win over Serena. And then it says, if anyone looks back. Yeah, I got your comment, Be Yourself. Thanks for being here. Happy 2026. She said that Ace, Shelly, Amaya, and Sierra were the game players. Sierra messed up, though. Amaya was faking her personality. Yeah.
The problem, the thing is, like, Ace and Shelly came up with this thing, but Ace was attracted to Huda. That's one of the issues, like, and Shelly probably picked up on that really quickly, and that's why he was always going at Jeremiah. I think he picked up on that, and Ace was, like, trying to, like, make it so, because they were getting rid of people early on that were in couples, because they're like, you're supposed to explore, you're supposed to explore, you're supposed to explore.
Right.
At season 6, a lot of the couples, like, the Cordell, like, and Serena, they were, like, locked in from day one.
Right.
I'm like, that wasn't how it worked. And the way that voting was going, like, even if, like, Nick and Ola had got together from day one, the way voting was going, they would have been good all the way up until the final. They were never going to be in the bottom 2 or bottom 3. So that messed it up. And then...
Well, somebody, real quick, Fab, somebody says right here, what do they say? That's a good thought, too. Let's see where to go. Damn, it went away. Something about Taylor. It was Alan, Michelle, Archback, and TT.
He's not attracted to Ola and that.
Yeah, that one, that comment. Okay, so for Nick to have gone to Archback 3D and be like, damn, Ola's the one. Every day he went and told him. And then Archback goes to Alan, the pillow sitter, and says, you know, I'm not really attracted to her. But why didn't you tell your best friend, Nick, that you weren't attracted to her when he was telling you every day he was attracted to her, unless there was an effort to keep them apart? Because it seems like the person he should have said he wasn't attracted to Ola to was the person that was attracted to Ola.
Yeah, because the thing is, Taylor knew there was nobody else in the villa that liked him like that. Bella was, like, the only one, so he knew he had to stick that out. So, like, if we think back to it, like, when he told Ace, well, the attraction isn't there, it's not going to get there, I'm like, they definitely didn't tell Nick that, because I'm like, if Nick would have known, he would have went for Ola. He would have figured that stuff out. And I'm like, you only saw Taylor really putting in pressure when Jalen was there, because there was a strong possibility he was going to go home. That's why I say everything kind of, like, when Ace said, like, he was a production, they worked with production and stuff like that, he was a production puppet.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't see that. But when you think about it more, he could have, because I'm like, they could suggest stuff to you. You can always say no. But he's sitting up there thinking in his mind, I have all these followers and stuff like that. If I play it this way, I'm going to gain more followers.
Right.
And stuff like that. And it didn't work out that way because it came across as very inauthentic.
Inauthentic, yep.
And we saw, like, why Ola was, like, probably feeling the way she did about Nick. Because even after Casa, she came back and she said, you know, it's not enough time to explore. It's like you kind of felt like it's almost like she stuck with Taylor just because she had invested so much time, but she knew that wasn't her type even from the beginning. Because if you go back, we always say we catch Nick.
Hey, Devin and Devonta, how are you doing? Oh, my battery's running out. Exactly. Now, look, I found it. This is at 23 minutes, 47 seconds, episode 6, season 7, Love Island. The infamous picture that we just found out was from week 1 is actually from this day right here. Mm-hmm. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Okay? So this picture in the background and this image right here from the thing, that's her in that bikini. That's the shorts. This is week 1. Taylor's laughing all in front of her like, oh, this is mine. But he already let it be known that he's not attracted to her. So this is all set up. We're watching it, you guys. We see it. Look at Taylor's face. Look. I'll show you guys over here too. Like, why are you playing in this man's face? He's literally playing in this man's face because he knows that he's not supposedly attracted to her.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you in front of her like this is my territory? We're together. I like you too. With your stupid ass cowboy hat on an island where it was 100 degrees, bruv.
And I think, like, a lot of times, like, if we, like, this might be a deep topic that we don't want to get into, but there's a colorism factor involved in, like, the way, like, people went about stuff. I'm like, you know, Shelly and Ola, like, their skin complexions are not that different, but I'm like, I think people feel like, people are like, oh, you know, Shelly's gorgeous. I'm like, but Ola's gorgeous, too. Like, she's like stunningly gorgeous.
Stunning.
And I'm like, I think the way like they both presented themselves in like high regard on the show, but it's something else about like Ola being a little bit more stronger than Shelly that like I don't know. It's like,
featureism is definitely
our people, and it makes them feel a certain way about her. Where Shelly kind of gave me a more I'm gonna go with the flow type of person. And
thanks, Charlie. Yeah, let's get to 50K, 35K real quick. We've been on for like 2 hours, and we're having lots of fun. And we can stay in the algorithm's good graces by keeping on tapping that screen. It don't cost a thing. Let's get to 50K real quick. But we'll start with 35. Charlie likes to do you guys in increments to not scare you guys away. But I really feel like asking for 100K. Like, hey, look, I'm with it. Like, I'm with it, but we can do increments, Charlie. Oh, look, Charlie said, okay, 50K. 50K, y'all, yeah. 50K. We worth it. Over here in the YouTube streets, Be Yourself says, clearly the show was edited to push certain narratives because Nick was interested from day one in Ola. So other people in the villa must have noticed, besides Taylor and Vanna, the editing was trash. And that was Creative's point earlier. There must be some type of liability as far as gameplay on a show where money's involved, where there's not supposed to be any outside interference, or else the game is stacked. Okay?
I agree with that because TJ even mentioned on the live, like after he got eliminated, he said, oh yeah, I knew Nick liked Ola and stuff like that. You could see it because TJ called it out when it came from Soul Tide, and he had like this grin on his face. And he even said,
Taylor, Bella, Vanna, Pepe, TJ, they all knew. Everybody knew. And now, I mean, I love the love story that ultimately was edited because I'm all in. So obviously, whatever happened worked. But I hate that I didn't get this from day one because it could have helped them after post Villa with all of the attacks they were getting.
I didn't see TJ live.
Ritz, hi, happy 2026. What's good?
Wait, what happened? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, it's okay. I thought you were saying something about TJ.
Sorry.
No worries. I can drop you.
Yeah, I think, like you said, if all these people knew, and most of them that came in were like bombshells that knew, then you can't tell me like the originals that were in there didn't see it. They either saw it and they came up with the plan to like keep them apart because it like interferes with the plan that they had.
And now that makes me think more about Shelly though.
Or they just didn't want to see it.
So that because, okay, so when they did make it known, remember Shelly pulled her over to the side and she's like, so Nick, like, so you really like him? And the way she asked was like she was oblivious to this chemistry.
Yeah, and I don't think she was oblivious to it because I'm like, you've been there since night one. I felt like, and this could be wrong, I felt like even Shelly kind of looked at Nick night one, but if we go back to see when they were like talking to each other, like night one when they were introducing each other, Nick was looking straight at Ola saying like about like his past relationship, what he looks for in like a girl and stuff like that, and cracking the jokes and stuff like that. Like, but I think what happened is when Sierra came in, they pulled her into that fold and was like, okay, whoever we're partnered up with, we got to make sure we get to the finals, because whoever makes it to the finals, that's who gets like all the brand deals and stuff like that. And I think, like, you can't tell me after that lumberjack, the cabin, when you see Nick go to close the door when him and Ola are in there, and Huda's like, they're actually in there kissing and stuff like that. You can't tell me that.
And why was Huda doing that? Yeah, they're in there kissing. It's a fucking game. They're supposed to be in there kissing. Why was she trying to make that a big deal? Like, that's weird too.
Yeah. But I think, though, I'm like, nobody had seen it, because remember, nobody saw the blindfold thing. They only saw like the kiss on the first day to see who you wanted to couple up with. So they didn't see that. And then even afterwards, like how Sierra's like, so how do you she doesn't hood up, so how do you feel about Ola kissing everybody's man? And I'm like, and you could see
that was, and even that, how they framed that was very passive aggressive, like she was some kind of Jezebel, just rocking around with her tongue, kissing people like they wasn't in gameplay. Now that was Amaya. Amaya was running around outside of games, and nobody said nothing.
Yeah, and I'm sitting up there like, you see certain stuff like that, and I think Ola picked up on it, and Huda was like, oh no, it's fine and stuff like that, it's cool. So she was trying to like get that kind of gang up on, like, see, she's going after our guys and stuff like that. But they also like had to have times like when the cameras weren't on, like the four of them, because if we think about it, when you look back, a lot of times it was like Ace, Shelly, Taylor were together, Sierra and Nick were together, but sometimes you wouldn't see Nick and Ola with them. So I feel like that's when they were talking about stuff.
Real quick, Fab, you're onto something, because in YouTube they have the same theory. So there's a hive mind happening here where they feel like 404, Shelly, Taylor had an alliance.
I do, because even if we go back to the Jeremiah and the Hannah vote, if we look at it, who was like leading the narrative of, I think it should be Hannah, I think it should be Jeremiah. It was like, it made it seem like it was Ace, but it was really Ace and Taylor, but a little bit more Ace. And then when it came to the Hannah vote, it was like really Shelly, and then I don't know if Sierra was said Hannah. I can't remember when they did the 1, 2, 3 and they said the names, because I know Ola wasn't the one that said Hannah, but they changed her mind and made her go with Hannah. And so you look at that stuff, and I'm like, did you guys talk? Because before then, it's like, okay, this is who we're going to vote off, because even the reasoning why, it made no sense, because she just getting into like her couple with Pepe. You don't know what's going to happen, let's say, come Casa. Maybe that doesn't even last through Casa. Maybe they might meet somebody in Casa and be like, yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. You don't know. They weren't like as built strong as they thought they were. They were just coupled up and they had the good chemistry, so they were like, we got to knock them out.
Okay.
And that's why, another reason why, even when it came to the not even a stand-on bill, what was the one after that, like the Maybelline, where like it was like the Exodus, and you see Sierra go stand behind Taylor instead of standing behind TJ, even though TJ didn't have the votes. But that's when, like, after her and Nick coupled up, or like closed off, and they were like sitting together watching everybody else kind of like arguing and stuff like that, and they were like, oh, we're the two strongest couples here, we can just sit back. Sierra peeped that and was like, I gotta get rid of them, because it really needs to be only me and Nick. And then she's like, then I'm gonna stand behind Taylor, because Ola danced on Nick in the heart rate challenge, and she had told girls to skip Nick. So it was like a 2-for-1 on why she stood behind Taylor.
Well, there's a couple of factors. Okay, so do you feel like Mellows Noir says Michelle is the architect of chaos? Be Yourself says she thinks Huda was just trying to get screen time, talking about different stuff. They're kissing. Andrea is kissing everybody's man. That was just a screen time pull. But Love the Tea says there's a YouTube video by somebody, Harris Kenya, called Love Island and Nicolandria played in our face. And Bella speaks out about Nicolandria. Bella goes into what was said and that Taylor was the one blocking. And that's interesting because we also found out that Taylor was the one that initiated the Jeremiah's game playing thing. And Alan, as it turned out, was the mouthpiece because Taylor finally admitted that to us in the Kiki interview, right? That he was the one that was like, oh, that Jeremiah's playing games.
But I think he said that to, in a way, like, say, for Ace to save face because Ace wanted people to sit up there and go and defend him. So I think he took the bullet for Ace because he doesn't mind being a sidekick to Ace. Because I'm like, if you can't figure out how to sit up there and do stuff to show Ola, even if you're not attracted to her, but just keep her saying, I do like you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Ace is telling you what to do. Then I'm like, I don't put that past. They had that conversation and like the way the video looked, it looks more like Ace is the one leading that conversation. Yet Taylor's putting his 2 cents in there, but I don't think he like was the one that like initiated that Jeremiah's got to go. Yeah, he like Andrina and stuff like that, and they probably talked about all that. But I still say it was Ace.
The only thing about that is that Ace really did have a lot of feelings around people not setting the record straight that he wasn't the ringleader. So if he was taking it up for his boy who really was the ringleader, then why be upset later when nobody protected you for being the ringleader? So I don't know. It kind of like, was that to throw us off the scent of Taylor?
It could have been because I think when Andrina came in, that might have been more of his type. But she didn't give Taylor the time of day. She was still on, she pulled Nick for a chat.
Yeah.
She talked to Jeremiah. That's who she really seemed to hit it off with. I just think like all 4 of them were working together.
Uh-huh.
That's how I feel like. And I think Shelly was more involved in it than we think. Like, you can play the I'm confused narrative all you want, but I'm like, no, you're a smart girl. You knew what you were doing. And then with Sierra being like, I don't even want to know if I want to say obsessed with Love Island, but having friends that were on previous seasons of Love Island telling her how to go about to get as far as you can get and maybe even get to the finals. I don't doubt.
And then she had that Love Island themed birthday party and everything. I was like,
yeah. So I don't doubt that she didn't come in there with Shelly and said, hey, this is how we can get to the final. And then I think she knew Shelly was attracted to her, so she used that to her advantage too.
Yeah, because I still think to this day, part of the alliance that Sierra and Shelly have is based on their sexual tension.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Because like I said, even when they got out the villa, and I think this is when Nick and Ola went to Greece, and then you see the pictures of Shelly and Sierra hanging out with Andrina, and you have somebody that said they overheard Sierra just like bad mouthing them. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Shelly came to her with like whatever info that Ola gave to her, maybe even anything that Nick told Ace. They took all that stuff and told Sierra about it.
Yeah. Sierra, like, because I kind of feel like you're right about that. The way Sierra moved behind the scenes, how she was the one that went up and talked to Huda. I mean, granted, Nick was like, she's a girl, go talk to her about stuff. Oh, thanks, Charlie. Yeah, let's just get to 50K real quick. So maybe Sierra was the real chameleon going, like, she had her own interest. She was holding information from Shelly. She was holding information from Ace and Taylor. You know what I mean? So she was kind of like the one that was going like this.
Yeah, like somebody mentioned yesterday, if you really look at Sierra's like friend group, you don't have anybody that looks like a Shelly or Ola in that friend group.
Oh no, she wouldn't, because they're literally in competition in real life too.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I said Shelly, in a way, whether she knows it or not, she got used by Sierra to get information, and then once it became like kind of clear that Ola and Shelly weren't like rocking with each other anymore, you don't have that inside information to get from her. So that's why you go to the Agua party and sit up there and do what you did for Halloween and make yourself look like a stalker. And that's why you still sit up there and probably are on burners, like going whenever they go live or whatever they have going on, like following and stuff. And like, because she even accidentally liked a picture of Nick and Ola from like that VMA weekend. I'm like, but I thought you unfollowed him. I thought you blocked him.
On YouTube, Mello said that Michelle and 404 knew each other too, according to Michelle.
I think they did. Like, so that's the other thing too, and I think that's what messed up the season is like a lot of the girls knew each other. There was like really no like authenticity. They were like everyone said, "Oh no, I know this person. I know this person." Like it wasn't like season 6 when Leah, Serena, and Janae like met each other and stuff like that. And like you can't really recreate season 6 because even though there was times in season 6 where you would kind of look at certain one each one of PPG like, I don't know about that. Those girls ride hard for each other and still continue to ride hard for each other.
Yeah.
Outside the villa, they formed a true like sisterhood and friendship.
They really did. That was lightning in a bottle, though. I don't know that that's gonna ever happen again. And the way that it panned out this time, Nick and Olandria are the lightning in a bottle from this season. It's not PPG, it's Nick Olandria. Like,
and like they played that, like a lot of these Islanders played it so bad when they got out the villa. Like I still like even side-eye like the whole Disney trip.
Yeah.
Because I thought initially it was supposed to be Ace, Shelly, Nick, and Ola, but then Taylor and Clark came too, and then
because they were trying to make fetch happen. They were trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah, and then they were. We look at how like Ace and Shelly and Taylor and Clark were dressed to go to Disney. I'm like, it's Disney. I'm not dressing up like how you guys are dressed up, like hair like done to the nines and stuff like that. Then you look at how Nick and Ola came, and I'm like, they're just in regular clothes, and I'm like, you know, your girl's been out of the villa for days, and I'm like, you couldn't, like, say, hey, like, this is who did my hair, let's go get you, looking good. I'm like, I know those braids have been in since forever, and let's, like, get that out so you can feel, like, refreshed and, like, leave Fiji and stuff behind them, sit up there, stuff like that. I'm like, that's stuff that could have been done. But I think even Ola, she may have clocked some stuff in the Kiki interview when she said Sierra reached out to her.
Thanks for 50K.
After she got home.
Yeah, Sierra, I don't know. Somebody needs to check on her.
Give her grace, and I'm sitting up there like, oh, okay.
I don't want the studio. I just want the YouTube.
Okay, then Clark was supposed to be there anyway. Well, I don't know that. I just know when Nick
why are they trying? Look,
the girls in the office or whatever. He said
Taylor and Clark were losers. Taylor and Clark lost, and so did Shelly and Ace. They didn't place. Technically, anybody that went to Disneyland, it should have been the NPCs, Nicolandria, and maybe Amaya and Brian. They should have went. The winners, the second runners up, and the NPCs, finalists, could have done it. But no, they weren't fucking with each other. Like, I don't really think Iris is fucking with Olandria. For some reason, I just don't think it. I don't know. That's just my feeling I get, is that they're cool, but, like, they're not really fucking with each other. But TJ and Nick are literal friends, you know? So, and I feel like Nick gets along with everybody, including Iris even, you know? But I'm not feeling energy from Iris towards Olandria or reciprocated in any way. I don't know why. I'm not around them all the time, but just based off of, they've been at several events together and never pictures with each other. I don't know. It's just weird to me. But for Nick to now have this position, lightning in a bottle, till the wheels fall off. That's how long he's trying to ride this lightning, till the wheels fall off of lightning, okay? And last night he did his first DJ set of 2026. And I have it queued up for us, the little clips from that. And I was going to share it with us before we skedaddle out of here, because you already been hanging out with me for 2 hours this morning. 2 hours. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. Let's see, can we get in here? So I had this set to private. Accident, sorry. Oh, no worries, Twana. I think Nick plays cool with everyone. Yeah. And but I don't want him to get that rep that a friend to everyone is a friend to no one. I feel like that ends up being a tale's tale about who you can trust more so than who can trust you. Because a friend to, like, Jeremiah kind of moves the same way. And him and Jeremiah are very nice humans. They're good humans. They're good humans. And I'm not mad at any good human trying to just get along to get along. Why not? Why be a fucking hater? Why? So here's this video. I got it queued up for us. And here, let's go here like this. Is that going to work today? Oh, we're in vertical. Beautiful. So he's in Canada, you guys.
There's my Canadians.
He's in Canada.
I saw that. He did really good, but I'm like, you also know, I think Quan's going to be with him for most of the his DJ tour, which I think is good.
Yes.
For him to have like a friend there. But I know a narrative's going to be spent because Quan was filming it, and like how they tried to say like the whole controversy of the video from this past
Yeah,
weekend.
he was like something in
and Quan said it, so I'm like, I already know they're going to spin that narrative today.
That he hangs out with people that say it. Whatever. I can say nigga, 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 nigga. I can say it all day. Black people can say it. But they're trying to make it a problem that he was around some WPs that said it. And look, you just got to be prepared for your consequences if you choose to say that word.
Yeah, but I'm like, we know like the video was fake and that he didn't say it, but I'm like, now because there's this video of Quan saying it, it's gonna be
yeah, and that is in this clip, you guys. So trigger warning: a black man is gonna use the N-word. A black man will be using the N-word in this video. So this is them getting together. I let it play.
Quan was trolling. That's why I forgot to say, like, that was the troll, because I'm like, they're chronically online, so I think Quan did that for a reason.
There's my Canadians.
See if Yimmy has something to say. So that was his outfit for last night, you guys. Talk you through. He landed in Canada and grabbed a drink. Quan was not in the mood for it. Grumpy beer haver in the morning. Oh my God, he walked in, people were screaming. Nick, Nick, Nick. Oh my God. Oh my God, for Freako Nico!
Turn that shit up, nigga. I call you this bitch, huh? You ready? Yo, wait, I might fuck up. Oh, this is oh, hey, bro. Let's fucking go. You want to see the
They went crazy. He was like, what if I mess up? I think it's charming that he still gets so nervous.
Yeah, I was so happy for him.
Me too. And I actually love his logo, how it looks like the Van shoes.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't my music. This isn't my music. Where's the thing? I muted this song, YouTube. And then this is footage from Olandria getting ready for the Golden Globes with her makeup artist and hairstylist. I'm not mad at her blonde. Don't own this music either.
Can you describe your look for me in one word?
I'll say elegant. Yeah, elegant. Savon Dejan from Lagos, Nigeria.
On fragrances, so I'd love to know, what is the fragrance that you're wearing today?
Forever Move. She was here. Shout out to my girl Jackie. What is this? It smells so good. It's one of her new releases. Beautiful scent. It's always sold out, so that should tell you something. Get you something. The biggest thing. The biggest thing. Me and my career. Hello.
That's what I would say too. What are you looking forward to this year?
The thing that I'm looking forward to the most is becoming a homeowner. So I'm in the process of that now. So fingers crossed we have good news in a few weeks.
Yay! Okay, so that was... Oh, and then a little edit I did. I love being able to edit her. She's so... That dress is divine. It was art, you guys. So that was... I just wanted to share that with us. Let me see. Where's another something? Where's my picture for the background? Here we go. So that was awesome. Let me see. Here's the other picture I wanted to show you. Oh my God. So Olandria's fan base is crazy because look what they did. Look what they've done. Took it upon themselves. I told you guys, I had the idea, and I was one of the people that reached out to her fucking manager with it about how Olandria could partner. I think Olandria should partner with Mackenzie Scott, the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos, because she's been going around giving money to HBCUs specifically. Billions and millions of dollars. Well, not billions. So far it's millions. Here we go. So far it's millions of dollars that she's been giving to HBCUs. And Olandria's love of HBCUs, I was like, oh my God, I don't know how this could happen or what it could work, but if Mackenzie Scott and Olandria could partner, where Olandria is going around saying why college is great and Mackenzie's pouring money into these institutions, that could be a great idea. I thought it was a great idea. Now, I haven't seen it happen yet, but in the meantime, a fan went to bold.org and started a fundraiser. Fans of LRGA started a scholarship fund where they want to get 3 $5,000 scholarships for people and to go to the HBCUs. Isn't that magnificent? Now I'm telling you, being a freaking VanCarthen during times like this, isn't that incredible? I mean, this is what the VanCarthens are about, you guys. We don't just want it for us. We don't just want it for the VanCarthens. Look, remember the $35,000 you guys raised for diabetes and the $40,000 you guys raised for lupus? And now they're asking for $15,000 to be raised for 3 brilliant minds to go further in their education. Isn't that incredible fucking bull? I'm like mind blown. My flabs are gasted because you guys are phenomenal fans to not only think of us being fed, but look, you're feeding fucking minds. This is incredible, you guys. Did you know about this? I love it. Now, what it says is yesterday when I pulled it up, they had only made it to $325 out of 15,000 when I pulled this up. But if you go over to bold.org and type in LRGA Curves, probably you'll get to this. Let's see. But it says that the fund will be used to create a scholarship in honor of LRGA Curves, a first-generation college graduate, Tuskegee University, HBCU alum, savvy businesswoman, and a mentor and inspiration to Black women across the world. The fans of LRGA Curves Black Women Excellence Scholarship aims to create equitable educational pathways that uplift entire communities, foster economic mobility, and inspire generations to come. Any Black female high school senior who is low income and first generation may apply. The ideal candidate demonstrates resilience, determination, and an unwavering commitment to creating a better future for herself and her community. Despite facing significant economic hardship, she is driven by passion for entrepreneurship, a desire to turn bold ideas into action, and a deep-rooted belief in the power of social justice through access to educational. Did I get the rest of it? Let's see. Through access to educational opportunities and a support system, she aspires not only to rise above her current circumstances, but to become a change maker and someone who uses her voice, talents, and vision to change inequities and inspire transformative impact in the world of motherfucking round turkey. Is that not LRGA Curves? You guys! You guys! What other fan base is doing this shit? I don't have a soundboard. So, woo, yay. You guys are fucking great. This isn't just the culture. This is for the culture and for the future of the culture. You guys. You guys. So I came across that yesterday. And kudos to them. Oh, and then here's a picture. Did I have it for you guys too on the TikTok? I might have it for you because I really wanted to show you the actual. Oh, it's not that far. See if I have it for you. I might not have it. Nope, don't have it. But this dress, she already told us, is a Nigerian low power. So this is a Nigerian designer. And the dress, the part that's right here, actually had like a moon thing that would have went to her nose. It would have covered her to her nose. Here, I could show you guys down here. Where am I? Hi. Let's flip. And take off real fast. So it was going to look like this. And you see how that goes pretty far up to your face. But that is the Nigerian designer's original look for the dress. And it had the green tail on both sides. And then the Reismans altered the dress so that you're not covering Olandria's face. Duh, who wants to cover that? And fit it to her proportions. And they have the tail only coming out of one side. So I thought that was great. The Reismans are phenomenal. We're going to have to keep checking on thebomb.com to see where this, where they are in the winning. I might check that later for us. Let's see. Flip the camera. I'm here. There I am. Okay, you guys. So those were the things. Ola is short. It would have been covered a lot of her face. It would have covered her whole head, y'all. Hey, Grand Rising XOLMDC. Neek is in the house. Right on. Starfire. Can you pin the scholarship link? I can't pin stuff while I'm in here. I don't even have like a comment box for me to go to. But let me pull that picture up again so we can see it's on bold.org. There it is. So if you go to bold.org, fans of LRGA Black Women Excellence Scholarship Fund. That's the only pictures I have for you guys. But here on YouTube, you might be able to see it better. Okay, so when you go over there to bold.thing, look for the organizer. That's who you would be able to find it under for sure. Go to bold.org, type in Alexandra Bigley, and I'm positive you'll come to this fundraiser that, like I said, only had $325 in the coffers yesterday when I took this picture. Yesterday morning, I found out about it. Actually, let me go check right now, and I'll see what we're up to because, you know, us VanCarthens are phenomenal. I'm positive there's more than $325 in there now. So I'm checking for us. Bold.org. O-R-G. And then, where's the search thing? So bold.org is a whole website for fighting student debt. It's GoFundMe for schools debt, okay? I'm only accepting essential cookies for applicants, for donors. Start a scholarship. Wait, it's not letting me search. Do I have to? Oh yeah, we need the link for this shit. Because it doesn't have a search. Wait, bold.org. Continue as a donor. Mwah. I love you, babe.
Who is that?
I don't know. They're looking for money for school. Funds. Start a fund. Award features. View all scholarships. Okay, yeah. So if you go to... So once you get to the website, you guys... at the top, there's scholarships, funds, and company. If you click on scholarships and say view all scholarships, then you get to the search bar finally. It's not just on the landing page. Dumb site. I mean, usually you put the search bar at the beginning so people can just search for your shit. But no, they want to be different. Yeah, they're different. Okay. Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. Okay. So now I'm going to type in, what did we say this lady's name is? Alexandra Bigley. I'm just going to type in Bigley and see what comes up. Search. Diddly, 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 diddly. No scholarships found. Okay. So look up Olandria. The scholarship still doesn't come up. Interesting. So what's it called? Vans of Olandria? How do you even get to this shit? Where's the damn thing? Oh, look, they had a Kendrick Lamar essay scholarship. They won $500. But look, I typed in Olandria. What the fuck is this called? This is not okay. Where's my other picture? Olandria Bigley. Where's my other picture? Hey, baby. Well, yeah, this isn't great. This isn't great. I'm on bold.org. I looked up Alexandra Bigley. Black women's. Okay, Daddy. Okay. Black women. Excellence. Is it coming up now? So there is a Black Excellence Scholarship, 3 of them, but none of them are ours. That is so crazy. Look, I'm typing in all the things that are on this thing, and I can't find it anywhere, you guys. That's not helpful. Well, you know what? This is taking some time, so I'm just gonna have to do my due and see how can we even get to it. Because you're right. Where's the fucking link for it? We need a link for this. Maybe the confusion is why the number is so low. Exactly. It's only $325. And I got that from the article. I hadn't been to this site until today. I got all these numbers and photos and stuff from the article of the thing. So far, I typed in fans of LRGA Curves Black Excellence, and that still didn't come up. Black women. That's like all the words in the title. It says no scholarships found, you guys. No scholarships found. Well, what the fuck is this article about then? How do you even get to it? Damn it. That is so bizarre. Okay, well, I'm going to have to get to the bottom of this so that we can go support it adequately. If any of our fellow VanCarthens have the answer, type LRGA Scholarship Fund on Google. LRGA Scholarship Fund. Okay, then it comes up. Thank you. You're smart. Who's smart? Who's smart? Who's fucking smart? You can't go to bold.org and type that shit in there, search, it won't come up. Because, yeah. But if you do what our good friend said, JXP said, type LRGA Scholarship Fund into Google if you want to go support or see more about this. Don't go to bold.org and type that shit in. Go to Google and type in LRGA Scholarship Fund, and it takes you to the fucking thing that I just spent. How many minutes did you guys see me spending? That was a good 10 minutes of my life in the site where the shit lives, and it's not there. But I go outside of the site to where Google has everything, and that's where we should always start, you guys, is the search engine. So anyway, okay, now here we go. Oh, great. You guys got up to $930,000 of $15,000. 18 people have contributed thus far, and we have $930,000 up here. Now, let me see. For YouTube, I can go ahead and add this link to the chat. Copy. And then I can come here, go to my channel, view my channel, put this on mute so I don't have no echoes, pop in the live chat, and drop it in the comments. Paste. There you guys go. That is the bold.org for LRGA Curves. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, TikTok. I love you, but I'm not sure how to get it over there to you because I'm on both of the devices that I would have used. But there is a direct link. Let me see. Maybe I can pull up. Let's see. If I pull up my TikTok. No. Let's pull it. Turn this off. Oh no, the Reiner's The Reiner lawyer withdrew from the thing. Wonder what he just said to them. Tick tack. Will it let me in without signing on to something? We're not updating shit. Search for larger life. The LRGA There we go. Looks like it might be letting me in. Will it let me comment? Bam! Did it pop up for you guys? I think I put it in there. Yay! Oh, look, creative. A tiger's butterfly did it too. I think I got it in there too. Wait, did I? I didn't get it. Oh, no, it wouldn't let me do it because it wants me to log in. Thank you guys for taking care of that for me because it would not let me post my comment. But look, we're all working together. So the comment got there, okay? So let's get back to this thing. We're raised up to $930. It's been around since a day ago. Oh, wait, this thing has been up since for 3 months, you guys. I went back to see how long this has been up. And when I go to the contributions, I was looking for the oldest contribution to this fund that so far has $930 in it. And the oldest contribution is $25. 3 months ago, one of you fabulous fans had this idea. Fans of LRGA Curves started this 3 months ago, you guys. We're late. We're fucking late. We're late. Why didn't we know about this before yesterday? I would have told you all about this. We just found out about this yesterday. It's been going on for 3 months. It looks like we're underperforming again. Just like Nick's interview only had 14,000 views in 24 hours. And this only has $930 and it's been up for 3 months, y'all. Now, I didn't know about it. I just found out about it. And I don't know why you other VanCarthens didn't tell me sooner. So yeah, 3 months ago, $25. And then 3 minutes ago, $25. Okay? They say this is a great idea. And LRGA Curves' story has inspired me throughout my journey of applying to law school. First generation legal scholar is one of the contributors' notes. And they love that she champions education. Thank you for the woman you are, LRGA. An amazing initiative inspired by LRGA. I'm happy to support. I'm an eldest daughter and the first in my family to go to college. I love this very much. Keep inspiring the world, LRGA. So we have altogether 19 contributors. $930 has been contributed. And you guys are doing good. We're trying to get to this 15,000. They don't have a time limit. Now, I do know that the authors of this have said if they get more, like if they end up in an overflow of this, then the scholarship is still just going to be 3 scholarships and they'll just make it more than $5,000. So your money won't be wasted. It'll be going to a great cause, especially with the FAFSA. You know, the FAFSA application guidelines have changed. You know about that shit, right? How before you could get your whole shit done and change and it would pay for everything. And now he put a time limit on it and you can't change it and all kind of stuff. Taking away all kind of money from the people trying to get woke. Okay? So yeah, if they make more, they'll just share more. Okay? We're doing the Lord's work here, getting it together. So we have the link out. We're going to share the link. This has been going on for 3 months. I feel a little late. I'm going to do a post exclusive to this when we get off of here and let the people know. Anything else I wanted to share with us today before we go? Because they had done a lot. Oh, just the photo dump. So here for YouTube, This was part of her photo dump. Here, I'll flip this so you guys can see these cool pictures. She was thanking 2025 for being such an excellent year. No, this wasn't part of her photo dump. Sorry, that's Nick. Oh, but look, look at this guy who was inspired by Olandria, and Olandria went right over and supported him. I'm not sure exactly who the guy is, but he was inspired by Olandria to do his own little photo shoot. Let me see, can I? And of course, I didn't send the picture over here. Whatever. I got you, though. I can show you this way. Hi. Take this off. Flip this camera. And look, this guy was inspired by Olandria. And you can see right there, Olandria even went and liked it. You see that? That's Olandria, liked by Olandria Carthen, and it says 1 of 1, right? And then it says inspo Olandria Carthen. So he had tagged her, so that's how she knew about it, right? So then this is the picture. And then he did this. Remember Olandria's shoot where she did this, you guys? Baby Blue did this. And this is his interpretation and inspirational shoot from the Olandria Carthen. And he even did the bright under eye with blush. Bright pink blush. Look. Very inspired, you guys. I liked his interpretation of it. Isn't that cool? I thought it was cool. Hey, she inspires men, women, they, and thems. Okay? Consider yourselves inspired. Okay, one other thing real quick. The other day I showed you guys this. Remember this picture came up on my timeline the other day? And I love Keanu Reeves. And I know for a fact he just got married. I know for a fact. There was a story in my timeline. And the woman he married has all gray hair, no plastic surgery, and no Botox, no fillers. And it's been his girl for a long time. So I'm not sure what he's doing in this sauna with SZA and this girl. But look, I was looking at their paraphernalia, you guys. Look on the table. Those are blunts. They were in there having a good time. Those are blunts in their hands. And brown liquor, you guys. Blunts and brown liquor with brown women. Okay, Keanu. Okay, Keanu. Okay. I get she probably just a friend, but hey. Look, I know I'm a wife. And if my husband was even hanging out with just his friends, list, I think that just ended it for the YouTube people. Damn it. Fuck. Whenever they call it, cuts off my freaking thing. Is there any sound? Let me check back. Is there any sound in my thing? Because the sound be going out when the people call. And I had it on Do Not Disturb. And I called the other people in my Do Not Disturb list because only certain people can get through, you know. And I forgot to call my out-of-state do not call list. So I don't know if the YouTubers can hear me anymore. Let's see.
I seriously just found.
Oh, snap. Thanks for coming through, you guys. Thanks for smashing the like button, smashing the subscribe button. See, yep, it's spinning over there. Oh, no, we're good.
Thanks for smashing the like button.
Okay, good.
Smashing the subscribe.
Woo. Good. Okay, because you guys know, usually that shit goes out. No, it's not AI. It is not AI. I do trust EO with my life. I trust Neo to the ends of the earth. Me and my husband, he's Blade and I'm Trinity, bitch. So my husband is the Mr. Anderson, okay? And I am Trinity. I don't care. I don't care. That is not AI. There are several pictures of them, two poses, okay? There's this one where he has a blunt in his hand, and then there's the one I showed you guys the other day with no blunt in his hand, and I was looking for the one with the blunt in his hand because, yeah, look how obsessed. These are all Ola pictures, you guys. I'm crazy. Yeah, and there's no cure. I don't want it. If there's a cure for this, I don't want it. I run from it. And if there's a remedy, I don't want it. I run from it. Yeah. Yeah, Summer Walker. Oh, that's Summer Walker? Oh. That's Summer Walker in Cezanne? In a sauna? Okay. Neo looks as happy as Nick. Neo looks happy like Nick, you guys. See? And he got happier. Look. They are chilling. And they're like, we're rich enough that we don't have to pass the dochi upon the left-hand side. We all got a dochi in here. We all got a dochi in this bitch. We not passing nothing. But they are holding it on the left-hand side. Pass the dochi upon the left-hand side. Tiger Mo, give me the music, make me jump for joy. Give me the music, make me look in the door. I say you listen on the radio. Huh. Pass that shit on the left-hand side, bruv. On the left-hand side, bruv. You hear me? And you think it's a look, they're on YouTube. They're like, maybe it's an album release. Hey, it could be. It could be. It could definitely be. Diana Ross, my girl, either fave video, Keanu Reeves, yeah. Right on. Yeah. So I know this isn't VanCarthens, but it's I would love to know the background story to that. Okay. I would love it. I would love it. Because I'm nosy. That's why. I'm nosy. I would love to know what the actual F was being said and discussed with a blunt with Neo Anderson and SZA and Summer Walker. Could you even fucking imagine? Like, was SZA telling a Kendrick Lamar story and Neo was telling a Lawrence Fishburne story from the set of Matrix? Like, I want to know. I would love to know. Anyway, you guys, it's been a wonderful morning. We are coming up here on, let me see, how long have we been here? I'm not really minding. Oh, almost 3 hours. That's great. So I'm going to go ahead and check out of here. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button on your way in or out over here in the YouTube streets and over here on the TikTok. Thanks for coming up. Oh, Creative is back. Right on. Thanks for coming up. Creative, wasn't that awesome?
That was amazing. I just wanted to ask, did you do Desi's video?
I haven't seen it yet.
Edits?
I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I can pull it up on here though. Let's see.
Yeah, see if you can. And if you can't, guys, please, please, please go watch. That's like that buzzy feeling we haven't had since the summer. Take you right back to July.
Okay, let me see if I can get TikTok open one time. Actually, I don't know if I can. I only have like 7% left on my phone. Let's see if it'll happen. TikTok Desi. Desi overzealous.
Yes, Desi overzealous. Big brain.
Okay, Desi. I will definitely see if it comes up. It's a dot of overzealous, right?
Yeah, Desi dot overzealous, I think. Yeah.
There she goes. Okay, let me get this cued. Look for her last two.
Trials and Tribulations, and there's actually 2 videos. They're both very good. I'm sorry, I couldn't let you jump off. I was like, wait, no.
Yeah,
you
no,
have
no,
to
I'm
see- I
glad.
need
So,
to see
okay,
you
we
see
have
it.
the parasocial derangement syndrome. Here, Delaney, I'm going to show you these. And you, because I'm not seeing a tag for that one because I'm not signed in probably.
Okay, let me see.
But if you can tell me which video it is.
Keep going across.
Because these are the most recent.
Where is it?
Maybe if I go to her page, will it let me go to her without signing in? This is it.
Okay, let me
Week
squint.
one?
Hold on. Oh, now I'm squinting with you.
Week 2.
Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's the squinting with you.
I know exactly where I'm going.
That's it. That's it.
Close,
Listen to the
every
song,
day
y'all.
and I'm almost there. Almost there.
There, sorry about that. That was crazy
People
feedback.
down here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. Trials and tribulations, I've had my
Oh, I get it. Okay, but YouTube. Okay, YouTube, I can't let this song play a lot, but she's literally playing the Trials and Tribulations song from Almost There from, isn't that some kind of Disney show or something?
Yeah, that's from The Princess and the Frog. Princess Tiana is singing that.
Yeah, so she's playing the song Trials and Tribulations with the edit of Nick and Olandria. It's hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to let you hear it a little bit, and then I'm going to mute it again.
Almost there. People down here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. Trials and tribulations.
Hilarious.
She Desi. Oh, we haven't seen this. Oh no, is that the look? That's the back of the fucking dress, you guys?
That's the back of the dress.
You guys, that's the back of the dress. That's the back of the Nigerian dress.
That they released, but yeah.
Where can I get that photo? That's tight. I've been looking for these behind the scenes. I went to the Reismans and I couldn't find it.
Probably Twitter, but yeah, and then yes, no. That's not it. It should be like directly next to that one with the cowboy boots.
So we have this one next to it and derangement syndrome.
I don't think it's one of the pinned one. I mean, she should pin it because it's that good. But, oh man, I really want you guys to see this.
404 new.
Oh, now I can't look.
Well, send it to me and I'll tag it and I'll post it and I'll comment on it or something for the people that said something. But we were able to find the Almost There one for sure.
Yeah, the other one is even better, where it's like it's her. She kind of spliced the DC Young Fly interview.
Okay, well that's this one then. That's this one. That's this one.
Girls, you know, one is prettier than the others. You know what I mean? And then you just do a bunch of challenges for about 2 months.
Okay, YouTube, I gotta mute this song.
That like you are the only person in here for me, and like I only have eyes for you. He's just like, it's you. I don't like want to be with you. I only want to be with you. I feel like I only have you.
You doesn't even PR answer.
kept it close. But I had a crush on her like, you know, the whole time.
The whole time. Was there any other girl in the run besides Olandria?
I mean, you have to go through trials and tribulations to.
I just can't believe how happy I am.
Through trials and tribulations to get to the treat at the bottom of the cereal box, you know what I mean?
This whole time, we just been so oblivious to it.
I walked in like you were one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And I told she was one of the most attractive women I've ever seen in my lifetime.
I don't know about this song either, YouTube. I'm gonna have to mute it.
Happy, and I feel like I know that Alandria is happy, so us being happy, I feel like that's the priority over, you know, calling us husband, wife, or, you know, whatever.
No, for sure.
Oh,
Was that not the buzziest
leave it to
thing you
Desi. Look, Desi is a beast on these edits, and she does them so fast and thoughtfully, and she's very detailed. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thanks for pointing that out to us. Where's my other
Yeah.
thing?
Sorry, I know you were trying to get off, but I just needed to like see you see it or whatever.
Look, I was sitting here cheesing the whole time. I was cheesing so big just now. I'm such a dweeble.
Yeah, and then even in the comments, you know, because there's always like layers to Desi's videos, so you should always watch at least 3 times. Like you will catch something new every single time.
Yeah, Desi's great.
I usually watch about 5 times. So yeah, in the comments, you know, people who were catching those things were also like bringing up other little crumbs and stuff. So the comments on that video were like, oh, delicious.
I'm going to go check him out. So that is Desi Overzealous over here in the TikTok. Now, you YouTubers aren't going to go over to TikTok and find her. I'll just keep showing you guys. But over here in the TikTok, you know who Desi is. And if you don't, you better go find out. Okay? Desi.Overzealous. She needs one. She's very detailed. I saw Blue Centrix is taking off quite a bit since all of this. Because it was small and now it's huge.
It's a great community. But yeah. Like all of her classes sell out like in 5 seconds. Like, yeah, she's really doing well.
Definitely. Well, you guys, we got right to our 3 hours, and I have things to go do. That's why I was trying to do this from 6 to 9, and now I got to go do the rest of my other life stuff. And but I like creative. We'll be doing my other stuff that pays me and stalking these streets because I can't stop. It's like, at least I'm not doom scrolling. I'm VanCarthens scrolling.
I use it as my motivation to keep working. Like,
right?
Do a little bit more, and then you can scroll a little bit, or you can leave the live on if you keep working.
Yeah, and I get it, creative. And thanks again for coming up and sharing your POV with us. And to Fab was up here for a while, and Boss came up. So to everybody who contributed to the panel today, Charlie's our super mod.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, darling. And Charlie, our super mod, showing us her boss on boss outfit today and being a wonderful mod. Got us to 61,000 likes. Really, y'all? You guys are phenomenal. Thanks for coming through. Make sure you go out and have the day you deserve, which happens to be a fan-fucking-tastic day. You happen to deserve a fan-fucking-tastic day. So go have that, okay? And remember, you can have to be anything. You deserve peace. You deserve harmony. And you deserve to have what you envision for yourself and beyond. Don't let your tiny human mind get in the way. Okay? Okay? Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Okay, over here in YouTube. You know I had to bring it to you. You know I did. Because hey, this is a simpatico relationship where it's like a synergy happening. There's me and there's my Curvies. There's me and there's our VanCarthens. And we fit together perfectly, don't we? And we just keep this shit moving. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Look at that. Isn't that fun? So that's what we do over here. So I appreciate you guys coming over and doing your part. Well, I did my part. Okay. Smash that like button on your way out. Make sure your bell is rung because I don't really know when I'm going to go live all the time. I had said it was going to be Wednesdays, and then everybody and their mama was out yesterday, and I decided to not go have to, like, you know, split things up. But this morning we were able to come together about the Nick interview with the DC guy. We were able to look at Nick do his, Nick and Quan when DJing. We were able to see Olandria with her first gig, with her first gag of 2026 at the Golden Globes. That was the Golden Globes, by the way. I don't know how many other reality stars end up at the Golden Globes, but Olandria was there. Okay. And then, yeah, I just like this picture of her. Oh, and the reason this this hawk is on this car in this picture is because, the day after Nick got all those DTs and the witch tried to get hired for the spell and all of that. And everybody was like, we're sending them prayers. We're praying for them. They're protected. Witches were in my comments talking about, well, I'm a witch and just know that they're protected and covered. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's getting through. And then Nick was sick and he was like, oh, I'm down bad, because he was coughing in his live a lot. And he ended up getting sick for a couple days. And while he was sick, he looked out his window and there was upon his car, where'd it go? There was a falcon. A falcon. Yeah. Here we go. That's too far back. But there was a falcon. Where'd it go? Here'd it go? So he was in his house and he sees this falcon. I mean, it is a hawk. I looked it up. It wasn't a falcon. It's a hawk. And this hawk is sitting on his new Hellcat. Chilling. Does that look like a fucking perch, you guys? No. Does that hawk look confused? No. So does that mean that that hawk is perched on his Hellcat on purpose? Most likely. Okay. So look at that. He's like, bro isn't moving. So, because he took the first picture from inside the house where the calls are usually coming from, inside the house, right? He took the first picture from there upstairs and he took it down. And then he goes outside to his new Hellcat because he's probably thinking about scratches or something. So he goes out there. His presence is known to the bird. Look at the bird looking over his neck with Nick, looking back at Nick. Still not moving. So from the time it landed to the time it got seen from upstairs to getting walked up on, and the damn hawk is still there. That's hella good mojo. I love animal totems. I am all about my animal totems, you guys. And a hawk on your motherfucking Hellcat in your front yard after you had all that negativity towards you is a huge sign, you guys. Huge. And it's all about being protected, having spirit guides around you, and being on the right path of protection. Okay? So I just wanted to end with that because I know I kind of scared you guys last time by letting you know that there was witches and hitmen hired and stuff. But the universe is on it. God, Yahuwah, Yeshua. Okay? On it. Nothing to worry about, you guys. Nothing to worry about. The haters will not prosper in 2026 because the hawks are on watch. Hawk is your ancestor, your spirit guide, your ultimate power, guarding you, guiding you. Okay? And now he's in Canada. He's feeling better and he's in Canada. Okay? Anyway, I just thought that was really interesting. That hawk was a spiritual sign. Exactly, Devonda. When people said that they were similar to Blue Centric and Miss Tina, they deserve 10 for their observation on this cast after the show. 404 and Honda are so much alike. 1.1 and 1.2. Okay. There's a first class and a second class. Okay, there's a first semester and a second semester. Okay, yes. We like the TikToker, Desi, yes. Trials and tribulations. To go from 404 to TNT, I'm telling you, the uterus in me is like tens across the board. Yes. Y'all go stream Girl Get Up by Doechii features SZA. I will have to. I saw that. There was a good collab on that. Yeah. Okay, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day over here. And like I said, you deserve a great motherfucking day. Okay? So go make it the great day you deserve. You still have the rest of the day to get to it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.